This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Holy cow, good evening, everybody. It is just a couple seconds after old 7 o'clock on the atomic clock on the wall. Marty, what are you doing? I don't even... Oh, a little hat dance. I see. I gotcha, I understand. Oh, well, this is...
I feel like that's going to be a thing today.
It could very well be. I'll have to find some music. This is show number 215. It's Tuesday, May 5th, 2015, otherwise known as Cinco de Mayo. By the way, which is not Mexican Independence Day for those of you who don't understand.
Sure isn't, no.
That is in September 16th to be exact. However, this is the day that the Mexicans celebrate the Mexican Army's 1862 victory over France at the Battle of Puebla, and white people use it all over the place to drink.
To get drunk on tequila.
Well, here we are. And look,
Can we just clear up another revolutionary story while we're here?
Sure.
Les Miserables is not about the French Revolution.
No.
And we're done. There
isn't
we
it
go.
just about
It's just
poor
about a
people?
bad day. It's about a bad day in France.
Okay, good.
And a haircut.
It is about a
Yes,
haircut,
a
yes.
haircut.
A bad
And
day, a
bad
single
dentistry.
mom, a hooker, and
Bad
an ex-con.
dentistry, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
They all get
However
together.
you self-identify.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
All right, back to you, sir.
Well,
What were you
welcome
saying?
one and all. This is, I'm Clayton McKee, sitting alongside, as I do every week, Kat Carlson, Marnie Ryer, Al Perkins, and Al has given us the blessing of tequila at the beginning. He's made margaritas.
No, we'll see if it's a blessing.
I bet it is. Yes.
We'll see how this goes.
Sure.
Yay! I mean, I still have my Canadian whiskey if all fails, but this is from south of the border, that's from north of.
Now, what I would recommend for the rrecipe for those of you at home, I would do our usual trick with orange juice concentrate
Absolutely.
instead of fresh orange juice like I did. Because
good
in the
thinking.
blender, the ice becomes the water that spruces up the OJ.
the
That's see,
concentrate.
Ruthie was
Yeah.
See,
smart with
Ruthie,
it.
golly. Oh, by the
She
way,
was on it.
we also should know that it's a Ruthie's birthday, right? It's her. Did you just post?
Oh,
Does it come
no.
in?
Well, we'll just bring it right down. She died on the 1st of May, and today was her funeral. So it was
Oh,
like
okay.
9 years
Yeah.
ago this week.
Well, congratulations.
I know,
you
yeah.
round
she
trip.
died on
Yeah.
Mom's birthday.
There we go.
So we have my mom's birthday.
Oh, your mom's birthday's May 1st.
May 1st.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, happy belated to your mother.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
And well, I mean,
And-
bon voyage to Ruthie. She
Yeah,
made
exactly. And she picked a drinking holiday to go, so God
Oh,
bless her.
that's
Atta
God
girl.
bless her.
Yeah,
That's
she went on May Day, the traditional
Well
vodka
played.
day, and we buried her on a tequila day.
Oh.
So a whiskey drink, a lager drink, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
She was practically
I'm
Chumbawamba.
certain Jim was.
All she needed was a cider drink, but you were close enough to Canada.
yes.
Maybe you got there.
God love her. She worked out well.
Hark. You're too
Harold
funny.
Angels.
Yeah, all of them. Yes.
Yeah.
My gosh. Well, hello everybody. Once again, thank you. I already see that Drew and Jenny, and of course Dr. Ben Carlson is in the. Your Ben Carlson's name came up this week, and I thought for sure you were going to
I
be.
have lots
Do
to
ya?
say about it.
Oh, gosh.
I'm saving it.
He's a
He's neat,
charmer.
that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just so glad that just in the past week, since we were last here in this studio, so many people who have no business at all running for president have thrown their hat in the ring.
And every time I see Dr. Ben Carlson, not you, dear, I'm
Of
like,
course.
open your eyes, Shelby. Open your eyes.
Open
he,
your eyes.
He talks with his eyes closed and like, open your eyes.
It's fantastic.
Does he look at all like
Me? No, not one
No,
bit.
no, I know
Julia
he doesn't look like
Roberts
you.
dying
Julia
in Silver
Roberts.
Magnolias now.
Yeah.
Also no.
Less like her.
Less like her, more like Cat.
More like Kat.
I
May
know.
I
Oh my
please
God.
have the
Oh my God. We got
opener?
to.
Bot opener? Gee, open. Get over.
Oh, I would say they're all in the fucking kitchen.
No, they're not. Spread them out.
They're spread out. You can open a drink in every room in this house. There's a
see it,
station.
I can
Oh,
see
there's.
it.
If you'd like, there's limes in the kitchen. If you'd like,
Oh,
you.
well, thank you.
Yeah.
There's also chips and salsa in the
Damn it.
in there. Well, God. Oh!
Man down.
We've
Man
already
down.
got a goddamn
Man down.
cocktail breach.
Luckily, it's thick and
Cocktail
pulpy,
breach.
so it didn't go anywhere.
Well, leave that alone.
Gross.
I'm gonna leave that
that
one alone.
Just
So
leave it
on
alone.
Veep this week,
One of the funniest things.
Nice,
oh
nice
Jesus
transition.
Christ. Yeah, on Veep this week, she has to introduce a guy who was held prisoner in Iran. God, even I don't know how to say it. In Iran. And they bring his mother, and they're like, she's rough looking. And they're like, what? She's like, no, she's rough. And Julie Louis-Dreyfus stands at the microphone. She hasn't seen the mother yet. And she's like, these two beautiful people, and she like triple takes on what like a creature is standing behind her. And then in the middle of Ben Carlson's "I'm running for president," I had a dream speech. His wife came
Yes.
up in this skirt and these teeth, and it turned into an SNL skit.
Oh.
And I looked at Tim, I'm like, and these beautiful people.
Oh, there goes. She got
like
it.
it.
Third
See,
time.
once you threaten my liquor, I am all of a sudden
You're gonna make
sportsmanlike.
that. Yeah.
Could I have another
Another
paper
one?
towel?
My God. Oh, hello, Mom. Mom's in there. Mama Di. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, my
Hi,
heavens.
Di. Have we met?
Pretty. I'm guessing. I know. I just keep introducing her to people in hopes that someday I'm just not the
One of
idiot
you
who
will
didn't-
remember.
No, because I over the years have introduced her to so many people, and I have in turn met
And she
so
can't
many.
possibly remember.
No,
everyone
but I
ever.
also don't know if this is somebody that I think I've already introduced her to, and I haven't. And I don't want to be the jerk who's like, you know my mom? Have you not met my mom? And or if I just never say anything.
Right.
So I try to introduce her to
Yeah,
everybody.
I try and do the same thing for Sharon in like that vague introductory way, like, have you met? And she's really good at
Have you met
met
Sharon?
Ted, right? Totally.
That's how you got to pull it off.
Yeah. Incidentally, I'm now binge watching that, and I got to the episode where they looked at Ted and they're like, "You're basically a dad already." I'm there. I do the thing with the waitresses. I do the dumb stories. I've got the bad puns. Basically a dad.
You're Phil Dunphy.
Yes.
You may be Phil Dunphy.
I may be.
Gosh.
I may be.
Woo.
That's growing on me.
What? Well, it's got booze in it,
I
Al.
know.
My God, it's not a far jump.
Funny story. Liquor.
Yeah,
The more
the end
you
of the
drink,
story, yeah.
the
better
way
the
to
ball.
Al's heart.
No.
Oh, well, that and food.
Right.
Speaking of, this is another horrible segue. Some of you in the screenshot may see an empty chair sitting in the corner. We are going to have
Yeah, there's not a dead
I was
person.
like,
a friend of Al, and actually all of us, is coming in a little bit later in the show. Tim, that you've heard Al talk about multiple
nice.
times, is in town, so he's going to stop by because, well, he got nothing else to do, I guess.
People in the
Yes,
room
why
even
not?
know him. Don from Washington actually went to high school with him.
Oh, well,
Looky there.
Good. It's old home week right here in the
small
studio.
world after all.
Blah 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 blah.
Sure the fuck is.
Oh my God. Oh well, that's gonna be my phone, and I'm not
Telephone.
and I'm not answering that because we're live on the air.
I was like, well, imagine that.
It's like, are we taking callers
No,
now?
that actually is a client call that unfortunately doesn't realize that
sad face.
they're a new bar owner in the area and don't realize that I have something else to do on Tuesday.
Oh, I see.
Tuesdays ain't happening.
Can I name the bar?
You can try, but
I'm pretty.
you're not
No,
gonna.
I'm not gonna know.
I doubt seriously.
Okay.
You want to try?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I only had one guess.
Can you sign
It's
it
just a
to
gay
me?
bar.
Can you write it? No, it is not a gay bar
Not
at
a
all.
gay bar. Oh,
No,
okay.
it's one of those other people bars.
Others.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're in Bed Bath & Beyond and you're in the Beyond section. You're like, why
Ew.
are they selling this? And like,
Oh, the Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a
That's
bar.
a really fun game.
It's a bar in Mesa.
Bed Bath or
So
Beyond.
even worse.
The last
Ah.
bar in Mesa I was in legitimately had a Confederate flag still hanging on the wall.
Close. This could be
And
close to be really
honest
close.
to God, the music stopped when I walked in.
Because
and it wasn't because you tripped over the cord of the jukebox.
No, just
it was just, like
seriously, there was like the record scratch and everything because it was many years ago, but I walked in with a gal and had been kind of seeing her or whatever, and I'm like, oh, and I lived in Mesa at the time. Right.
Part of the problem?
Part of the problem was I was living in like East Bumfuck Mesa.
you need to learn how to be part of the solution. Oh, you
There's-
did. You moved out.
there
of
you go.
Mesa.
The fact that, yeah,
There's the headline.
All right.
but yeah, record stopped. It was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And so my dumb ass just went inside of the bar and was like, what?
yeah.
well, why
What?
not? Of course.
And all of a sudden you hear a pin drop in the back and somebody go, "You ain't from around here, is you?"
Yeah. I think she's a foreigner.
That happened.
Yeah.
Brought the pace McConnell.
We're only here for procreating and Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. It's Mesa. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome. Let's go around the table, of course, and start with her drinking her beer. Oh, I found another one of those mugs. Not that you can drink more out of one a week, but I found a fourth one. I didn't
Oh,
know I
that's
had.
so nice. I like when they come in even numbers. I was very concerned
Yeah.
that there were only 3 of them.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
I found the fourth one today.
Where's the friend?
Yeah, found it today. So
Where's your buddy?
yeah.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have a foursome of mugs.
Well, thank God.
Sure.
Yeah, in case I have 3 friends.
Okay. Well, or if we decide to drink something out of a mug, all 4 of us
Oh, that'd be fun.
at one point.
That'd be
It
fun.
could-
We should do that.
It's improbable, but it's possible.
I'm gonna make it a very low-ranking
I
priority.
see you're enjoying
on
it
our
too.
Oh, it's going
It's
well.
fantastic.
Well, I feel better.
pretty good.
Yours was
That's
lightly
good.
salted because we weren't sure where you would fall on the salted scale.
I like the salt.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you.
I was gonna go with you like the salt,
Yeah.
but I'm like I didn't want to commit you to something.
No, I appreciate it.
Okay. Well, there's that.
Thank you, though.
Kitty
So what'd
Cat
you do?
Carlson, what you doing?
Well, when last we spoke, I was elbows deep in the book fair.
Yeah.
So we went and wrapped that up over the week, and ended on Friday. Very, very successful again. I am super excited and super thankful to be in the community that I am with the school community, because everything that you try and do for the school is amazingly supported, and people just show up. And if
that's
you're selling
fantastic.
books, they buy books. If you're selling popcorn, they're buying popcorn. Like whatever you're selling, they're buying, and everybody's kind of in it and focused into the community, which is very fun. And it's been a kind of one of those like weepy mom weeks, because it's getting towards the end of the school year. And so everybody's like, wrapping up and doing, like, we had the final PTO meeting this morning where 6th graders come in and make everybody cry, and,
Because they're moving on to big
right,
kids school.
Because they're moving on, and they've become such great kids, and they're getting ready to go on to the next school, and teachers are crying, moms are crying, everybody's crying.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Not a dry seat in the house.
Not a dry seat.
In
the
addition
house.
to the tears.
Yeah, well.
But other than that, I think just recovery from that. We went out with some of the Boozy Moms Friday, like we do after wrap
Oh, I
up.
think I saw you post a picture on the Facebooks.
Did I post a drunky picture?
Or somebody, maybe another
Maybe
person did.
somebody else
I
posted
thought, I
about
don't know.
me, maybe.
I thought you may have been tagged in it.
I-
Or it wasn't you at all, and I was just seeing somebody else.
A 14-year-old in a hat, sure, could
You
be
were in
anybody.
it. You were in
I was
it.
going to
Could
say
be-
handsome boy,
could
but I
be
wasn't
anybody.
sure.
Right.
All right, so I'm almost done with that
I
one.
know. I did have another fine and intoxicated customer call me such a handsome young man the other day. I am loving that. That's cracking me up.
Now, I don't want to break into anything that you were looking for earlier, but you did say earlier on Facebook, and it rhymed, that you were looking for somebody who was a T-shirt person. Is the T-shirt going to say...
It's gonna say Cat fucking Carlson.
Oh, no. Okay. Well,
wow.
I thought it was going to say, I am not a boy.
Oh my God.
Cat fucking Carlson on the back. I'm not a man.
And put it in really fine print, so they have to come up.
Oh, they have to come look at... Yeah, I can just...
Yeah.
And you just need
I
to
feel
have play
kind of
while you're
uncomfortable putting that on the back of my shirt.
Well, you can
I feel like
put
things
small
have already
print on
gone
the
too
boot.
far if you can read the fine print on my back.
Well played, Carlson. Well played.
Fair point.
Right. Yeah. Tick,
I'm
tick,
like, why?
tick, tick, boom. There it is.
There.
That was well done.
There it is.
In fairness, it depends on how large the font is.
Yeah.
Honey, I don't care how large your font
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
You leave your font out of this, right?
I gave up font in college.
I gave up font in 91 for Lent.
Yeah.
I am in search of a t-shirt partner because I have some things in mind, some ideas that further branding the Cat Carlson Memorial brand.
Oh,
Well,
this is-
Brand X in Tempe.
Yeah, and I have a recommendation for Brand X. I have a recommendation for
13th Monkey?
Yeah, 13th
For Ruben?
Monkey. And I have another one for somebody I'm not sure. So I'm gonna contact and see who's gonna work out well and
very
and
cool.
go with it because I need a.
And
That's-
Brand X is a fun store. You could make that your Cat Carlson Memorial Tempe location because it's a fun little store to hang out in.
Fine.
Now, but didn't they sell?
To friends though.
Oh, okay. I just thought they had sold because it was
I
Shane.
think.
It was is that right? Shane and
Charles.
got it. Can't remember.
Yep.
All
'Cause
right.
I believe that I've reached the point in my shameless self-promotion where I need t-shirts.
God, you're almost Barbara Seville. You're getting there. Talk about shameless self-promotion.
Hey, it's good to have idols.
There
Who
is
do you
exactly.
think the model was?
Oh, had to been.
I
I
mean-
get it.
I mean,
I say brilliant.
I say
Yeah.
I need a t-shirt.
If somebody's
I say
getting
you can't, if you're going to pick someone
yeah.
to
Picture it.
emulate.
pick one,
Sicily.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
1984.
the other thing, and you're probably looking to do local, but I know Marn has done some things with a couple online
I was
vendors.
gonna say I don't think the Sicily part was true.
No, her.
Maybe.
Like she's done
Could
some
be.
things with some online vendors that have been successful for her. Like for example, our lovely mugs are from
cunt mugs, sure.
some they're from there too.
And
But,
buying in a bulk kind of thing. And our old friend Joan Green.
gosh, yeah, Joan Green.
Yeah, no, I'm,
Lots
Oh,
I'm
you
of
guys
imagining
really
a
have the
small
hookup for
scale
like
and local.
paraphernalia. I was not aware.
Yeah,
we were
and Joan
so
can get you anything. You want the anything little.
I love that you keep
Keychains.
motioning like this when you're
No,
like
but
anything. I'm like, honey,
She's got
we've
depth.
talked
Here's the
about
problem.
this.
I was gonna do that, and then I'm like blowers. And either way, I
Right,
knew
that's
that
what I'm
that
saying.
was fucked.
The more you
So-
do this, the more uncomfortable I
For those
get.
of you not watching the show,
Shut up while I
only,
read your back.
if you're not watching and just listening, Marnie's trying to Helen Keller her way through this explanation.
Rose went deaf recently. I forgot to tell you. I still have written down to call you Rose at all times.
How are things at St. Olaf?
Fabulous.
Right?
Oh, for Christ's sake, just real good.
Oh, for Christ's
Oh,
sake.
on that cross right there, real good.
It's your turn. Go.
That was it? You just recapped what you did 2 weeks ago?
I like it.
What do you mean 2 weeks ago? It just ended on Friday. Today's Tuesday.
Oh, you were mid-book fair
I was
last
mid
week.
book fair. Yeah, we had
Oh.
just started on Tuesday, so I finished it.
So are you looking
We
for books to
raised-
sell, or do you need people to buy books from you? Because I'm looking to get rid of some books, and I was hoping you were going to be my
I don't think-
drop-off point.
I don't
may
think yours are
have-
I don't think yours are school book fair friendly.
No, they might be. There may be either a used book sale or a rummage sale coming in the fall, so I
have
could
a
certainly
shitload
potentially
of them.
unload some books
Oh, good.
for you. Yeah, for sure. No, that would totally be a thing. But the thing I do is directly through Scholastic, so they drop off
Oh, that's
all
right.
the cases and everything. In fact, as I was driving home from an errand and past the school after school hours, and I saw the truck there picking up my book fair, and I got a little teary-eyed.
The
Because I
party's
do.
over.
You know what? It's such a. I'm gonna talk more about it then. Fuck you guys.
Take it while you got it. Run.
Anyway, and then
No, it's
after
such a
that, I
cool
went
thing,
down
and
to
we keep like instituting programs where we're able to, get to kids and really get to books, and get kids excited about reading, which is actually a hard thing to do in a lot of ways. And this time around, we gave the principal money with like funny money with his face on it. It was very cute, and he ended up handing it out to kids that might not ordinarily be able to buy a book, or kids that needed a little boost or a reward, and those kids were so very fun to be able to talk to and help out, and see when they ran a little short. I had a couple extra dollars in my pocket, and kind of slide them that way.
That's
so.
very cool.
It's a very fun
now
and very
does the-
rewarding thing.
does
It's tears to your eyes, and then when I close it down on Friday, I kick everybody out and have I do like once
bastard, get out.
once
Have a
we're all
moment.
done and all the volunteers leave, like I do I sit and I have that moment, and I'm
So glad
like,
we had this time.
super sad that it's
together.
gone. Yeah, And the one tear in the eye that I'm like, let's get fucking loaded, and I go to the bar.
Wow. The school has a bar. We're going to that school.
Nope, sure doesn't, but I drive to there.
Was curious to know, is this only for physical handhold books, or is there some sort of an outlet for those who want to buy books and watch them on their
Sure.
iPads or their Nooks or whatever you call them?
When I first started doing it, Scholastic did have an element that had an app for your iPad or whatever, and you could buy books digitally. And then they reeled that back in because it wasn't as successful as they wanted it to be. And I think in the next year or two, they're going to
Do a relaunch?
They're going to relaunch it, but more directed towards schools, so that schools could buy a digital copy and then disperse it throughout their entire school,
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
which
So
would be
everybody
a
would
very
have access.
cost-effective way
Yeah.
to get reading to kids. Yeah. Anthony, we're all very busy.
Very busy.
Very, very busy.
I'm assuming I know which Anthony that is, but I'm not sure. But we'll find out.
Oh.
If it's
Is it a local Anthony
oh
that
yeah,
we might all know?
you know him.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Very busy.
Oh,
Could
very
be.
nice.
We'll find
Hi,
out.
Anthony.
He'll respond back in a minute. I'm sure he's very busy doing that.
Hi,
Hi, Rose. Well, I mean, I could be. I could go on.
Just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to
Yeah,
interrupt.
because on this show we don't like to overstep
I would
anybody
never
else's
wanna do
speech
that.
at all.
Never.
I'm going to try to
Heaven
bring it back to me
forbid.
before it gets to Clayton, but go
It
ahead.
probably will happen.
Go ahead.
Dining Out for Life. We did that on Thursday. Had a
Oh,
lovely
that's so
time.
exciting.
Spent a lot of meals with Jason. It felt like I hadn't seen Jason for quite a while. Jason Covert.
Covert.
And so we went to Barrio Cafe, and we went to.
Barrio.
Oh, it was so delicious. And
There you
then that night, Aaron and Jason and I went to the Marketplace. If you've never been, 36th and Indian School, really good, real good.
36th in
On the
Okay.
southwest side,
Okay.
right on 36th. It's right on
And
along
what
36th.
was the name of the place?
It's called
again?
the Marketplace. Amy's the Marketplace,
I feel like
or
I've
Amy's
heard
at
of
the
this,
Marketplace.
maybe.
Yeah, it's really good. So try
Okay.
that. And Sundays can't go wrong with bottomless mimosas.
All right.
Quite
No,
delicious
we're-
and everything.
Not mad at that.
Where
really
I'm
good.
thinking that is there was some sort of that little shop. There's a restaurant there that we've been to, Beckett's Table, and then on the corner,
end.
on the other end, there was an antique store in there.
There is, and it's just
Around
to
the
side
corner.
Of that.
Okay, got it.
Yep, more toward the back.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
But so good. And so we did that. So two lovely dinners or times for eating, for dining out for life. Friday was Mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom.
Happy
My Mama
birthday.
Die. And
Not to be confused with My Mama Died. Two different dies.
Two different. And similar but different.
Right,
Similar
well,
but different.
Women. They're
Women,
women.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
they're together, do you call them dice?
Oh,
Cute.
no.
That's cute. Won't happen, but it's cute.
I mean,
And
Yeah, won't happen. I don't think it'll
I
happen.
don't see that happen.
I'm very charming. You don't know.
It's true.
Just ask her.
Let me come over and talk to your mom.
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
talk her into
She
it.
knows. She knows.
It's your Cat Carson Memorial pet name, so.
Right. Saturday we went to a comedy club, which was very fun. It was a bit further out. It was out by, well, not really for you. It would be out by Desert
Ridge.
Uh-huh. And it was
There's a
the
comedy
House of
club up there?
Comedy. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's new. It's called the House of Comedy in this really kind of cute little quaint.
Strip mall.
Yeah, but not. I mean, it's not. It's not a strip mall at all.
Let me guess, strip mall.
No, it's
Welcome to Arizona.
yeah, but it's not a strip mall. It's
What would you
very,
describe that
very
architecture
cute.
as? Strip mall.
So we went there, and Jill Bryan is a very, very funny gal who's friends with Buddy Early. They've known each other for ever and a
Oh,
day.
yes.
She is real funny. She was the MC, and so we did that and just hoot and hollered. And then Sunday was just a
hoot and holler.
relaxing, kind of hanging out and working on the house. And
Nice.
yeah,
What project are you working on now?
well, I'm a lot of different ones. I ripped off all. I had like a wood paneling kind of thing almost in my bedroom. Like they had it when I moved in. They had it like along the line, the wall of the closet. So I ripped all that off,
'Kay.
and I'm just sanding that down so I can paint it.
Oh,
So kind of getting rid of the 1973 calls and wanted their wall back.
gotcha.
Well, it's good that
So-
you gave it to the.
I finally said okay.
Nice of you not to hold that hostage.
I know. Everything else,
Patty Hearst of
everything
walls.
else has stayed. No, but I obtained that.
Oh,
I didn't bring it into the home.
A hostage is a hostage. It doesn't
What I
matter
would
how
love
they
it if
get
you
there.
went around the neighborhood with signs and said, "Are you missing this paneling?"
Oh my god,
Last
that'd be so
seen
much
April
fun.
of 1973.
That's a good call. Maybe I won't. And
Same day I call my mom Dice.
With a
yeah,
beret.
Same day.
Not gonna happen.
With a beret.
It's only when they're together.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Still not gonna happen.
Individually, they're called die.
Good call.
But they
If
would
more than one, they'd beat dice.
no, they'd be
If you had
dies.
5 and you threw them, they'd be Yahtzee.
Wow.
I don't want to see.
I'm
anybody
basically
picking up
a
their
dad
bombs and throwing
already.
them. I like it. Yeah, the
Yeah,
way you
well.
think. It's good. It's very good. So that was really it. It was just
Okay.
a relaxing kind of week.
And I'm the old Yenta eating fruit and picking my teeth while you're
I like it.
talking. Isn't that great?
Nothing wrong
Are
with
you
that.
married?
No.
Just thought I'd get the whole Yenta thing going.
I
It
like
was
it.
nice. I like that.
Are you married, honey? What are you
How
doing?
about
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Talk amongst yourselves.
So me then? Are you
Yes.
done?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to your time.
Awkward silence. Let's
Shocker.
move on.
Yeah.
I just figured Gat would jump in. So.
I know. I thought.
Well, I sure could. Goodness gracious.
Work, and then Tim came into town, and Monday.
Should I have not locked anything?
No, I told him to page.
He'll
Okay.
page.
Page.
He'll page.
Really?
Please,
Is
pager.
your
Gonna
beep-
page
is your
us.
beeper
I'm
gonna go off?
I had a little margarita earlier today, so
Oh,
and it was a Copa de Oro at
Oh.
the Ponderosa. I don't even know where the fuck that place was.
What? You mean La
don't know what
Piñata?
La Piñata.
On 19th Avenue?
Very
Yeah.
confused.
They knocked the shit out of you.
No,
I
the
never-
little owner of that place he's a hoot. Then he likes.
I was like,
Oh.
it
yeah.
just rocks your world as you're trying to like, okay.
It's good
So-
salsa. It's
yeah,
good salsa. Salsa.
So the only exciting thing yesterday was we did my friend Jenny hosted every year for Nurses Week, and she did the patient reunion for our group, our floor and everything, and they bring back patients that were rescued from the claws of death, and
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Their
we talked about
chance.
this before.
that,
yeah, it's their chance to tell us their stories, meet us. We get to meet them on the healthier side of life and exchange things. It's a dinner and all that kind of stuff, and it was just lovely, and tears from everybody, and
Tears from heaven.
no, because they're all alive,
'cause they're
so
still there.
they're all still in the room. And
yeah.
one of the most moving things about it is they do it in this this room at the hospital, and that campus is so fucking large. You never know where you're gonna find another room. But this room sits on the 3rd floor, and it faces north and east, and there's just nothing in front of it. There's nothing high in front of it for a while, so you can see like everything from like Squaw Peak all the way around to Camelback to Four Peaks in the distance, and you're just up high enough that it's all like perfectly centered on that cloudy kind of day yesterday with the big clouds in the sky. And it's one of those stories that you're hearing these people's beautiful stories, and you're looking at this view, and you're just like, it kind of gets a little
It gets
a
a little
little
teary.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then Then by the end of it, you're all just a mess because you've been trying to hold it together for a few stories. Then you just fucking lose it. But it's lovely every year. It's a little draining.
Sometimes you need a good
Yeah,
try.
but sometimes you need to have people appreciate what you do and
how often do you do this? It seems like it's
once a year.
once a year.
it
Yeah.
seems like it's more often than that.
No.
He's just told stories about it, I think.
No,
when-
I read he
Yeah.
has. It just
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe even like twice a year because
I think that'd be
it seems
too
like I hear you
emotional.
talk about it and it's or maybe you just you recap it.
Oh
often.
yeah, I might, but it goes along with the start of Nurses Week. They usually do it in the first couple of days of Nurses Week, and because it turns out Flo's birthday was quite close to mine. I think we Googled it one day. I think she's the 9th or something. That's why I'm like, why does this Nurses Week always keep happening now? I'm busy.
Is it about me? Is it about me?
Well, no, I mean you can't help but wonder. It's like the 9th time you hear Nurses Week, and it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
May 12th.
Oh, so it's the day after. Okay. Oh, so they're not even on the right week, fuckers.
I
They
thought
could have done
May
this next
6th
week.
was
General.
I thought tomorrow is Nurses Week.
Well, May 12th is
a
Florence
week is a
Nightingale's
whole
birthday.
set of days strung
No,
together. A
but
day
I
is...
thought it ended tomorrow. I thought it was tomorrow was like the end of it. That's why I
National
went.
Nurses Week begins on Wednesday, May 6th, and
Okay.
ends on Tuesday, May 12th. Florence Nightingale's birthday.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so they're doing it all kinds of fucked up.
Well, good. Then you can.
Well,
have your
because
card next
midweek
week.
to midweek makes no sense to nobody in America.
Yeah,
That's why I was like,
that's
son
all
of a
fucked up.
bitch.
Yeah, if it doesn't start on a Monday,
So they
it
must
doesn't
just pick a
happen.
date so it ends on the 12th or something. Who the fuck knows? The lady with the lamp she was clearly in the dark.
The lady with the lamp.
That's what they called her.
That's funny.
I don't know. She was
like
in
it.
some war, and that was it. And then today
Some more.
I went to the Ponderosa. What'd you say it was called?
La Piñata.
La Piñata.
Otherwise known as the Piñata.
Yeah,
Shame Sean.
that's a very helpful translation. I'll
You're
make
welcome.
a note of that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. And had a margarita that kind of knocked the back of my teeth out, and so I'm gonna go finish
There you
that
go.
job and get the rest of the teeth gone. And you, sir, over there, Ponderosa. What's your story?
Ponderosa Pete.
I'll get you long-haired galoot. God, all of a sudden I'm Yosemite Sam.
Hey,
I like it when we
Julia.
start with accents early.
It's always fun. By the way, just got an AP alert. That's the Associated Press. California regulators adopt unprecedented mandatory water cutbacks to address ongoing drought. It's getting bad in
Real
Cali.
bad in
So it's not
California.
just stop washing your car. Now we're at real drought conditions.
Oh, well, sure. Of course it
It's
is.
been that way, I thought, for a
it's-
while.
it has
Yeah, but it was
Wash
don't wash your car. But I mean, now we need real drought
Oh,
things.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, don't get the water at the restaurant. That's not saving water. They need to stop the people from making bottled waters.
Right.
Watering
Stop growing
every
almonds,
lawn.
watering every lawn. Like everybody gets rock now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the different resorts and
Oh, how it all-
they
Right.
handle
When
all that
golf
kind of
when
stuff.
golf courses go, you know they're taking it
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, that's a
and
good point.
Disneyland. I mean,
Yeah.
like any of that kind of
When
stuff.
people
all
are
the
willing to
flowers and-
golf, when rich people are willing to golf on brown grass,
Right.
then we know. See, now it's crushed ice time.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm sure your story's going to be fascinating, but wouldn't you rather have me make you a
I
drink?
I really would, because I don't have a lot of... I
Two
don't have-
choices. I listen to your story or I make you a
You
drink.
can hear me from out in the kitchen. If you leave the door open
No,
just
I
a while... Oh, well, it's I too did a Dine Out for Life last Thursday. It was I'm gonna have to do it again, not the Dine Out for Life thing, but I feel like I need a do-over. It just didn't come together like I had wanted.
Okay.
It wound up being, Mom had suggested that we do a combination birthday, retirement, Dine Out for Life dinner all in one night. And a couple of people joined us, and it wasn't what I wanted.
Okay.
It just didn't come out to be the
ambiance
the evening I
wasn't-
wanted.
yeah.
So I figure we're gonna have to do over. Oh, but by the way, Mom, I know you're listening, and I want to make sure, though you are retired, I want to make sure that you have the evening open on August 2nd. Can't tell you what it is, but you and I have a date here locally, August 2nd. So just be ready.
Have you taken her to the Gladly yet?
No,
Oh, you should.
no.
That's where I took Mom for her birthday.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
Mom, now Mom and I have been in
So
that building
good.
before because it used to be the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Absolutely, right.
So we could go again. She'll be.
I have to tell you,
now it's
I am
affordable.
far more impressed with the Gladly than I ever was with Ruth Chris.
Oh, me too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everything about it, from the servers to Lex at the door to the chefs. I mean, truly, I've been there 3 times now.
Oh, I've only
and
been there once.
Amazing.
I was there October of last
Yeah.
year. That was the only time.
But that would be something your mom would absolutely deserve.
Well, then I'm.
And if you don't, I shall die.
I'll write that down.
That's right.
Right. There you go. No, the other thing was you know how the best laid plans of everything just all get blown to hell often. Matt, who we all know owns the company that I work for, went to San Diego to do an equipment upgrade, and a software upgrade for one of the bars that we work with out there. And then it's one of those things where, and I've talked about this before. You know how it's like if you want the job done right, you do it yourself. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about what Matt did, but there was an upgrade to a bar, a wiring upgrade that the guy who did the wiring got wrong, and it kept causing failures of the system. And then only after 3 days of troubleshooting and trying to figure it out did they realize it was wired wrong. Oops. So that was one of the fun things. Well, the whole thing was the trip took many days, and on the way back, car overheats. Short story, blown engine.
Matt's car?
Yeah, blown engine. Yeah, now we got multiple issues. So,
Did you say blown engine?
Blown engine.
That's like the car's gone.
Well, it is, except the car is still technically worth $17,000.
Yeah.
Right, 'cause, I mean, it's not an old car.
By worth, or do you mean owed upon?
No. Oh no, it's paid off.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a paid off car. So for $2,000, a brand new engine gets put in it, and we move on with life. That's what he's doing right now. Okay. But it's just been interesting because my mom just said in the chat room, my schedule's pretty open. Yeah, I got that one. But it's just
I don't get it.
It's been an interesting. He tried to trek home from El Centro, California, which apparently is a sketchy little town. Sorry to people in California, but
Especially the people in El Centro.
They're the only ones
it's
that
2
found it.
hours.
It's a hole.
It's 2 hours. It's
Side of San Diego.
2 hours this side of San Diego, an hour from Yuma. So tried to get a lot of things happening there, and just literally had to.
And then found out what everybody in El Centro already knows. You're not getting anything happening.
Nothing
in El
happening
Centro.
there. No. So loaded up the car with water, and he treks back at 50 and 60 miles an hour, trying to get to creep across the desert. Made it as far as Buckeye, and the car said, "We are done with this game."
Oh, jeez.
He gets it here, and I did a couple little tests on it, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you've blown the head gasket. We're taking this to the mechanic." So that was a good time.
How old is this car that it's not
8.
under warrant?
It's an 08. Oh, it's an 08 with 104,000 miles on it.
I wasn't thinking.
But still, I mean, should have. Now I'm all nervous. I gotta go sell my car.
Right?
No, you don't. No, but I go back and look at this, and the issue was this was an issue from the car from day one, because it's always had a coolant issue, but we couldn't figure out why, and nobody under warranty could figure out why. Well, yeah, because I think there was a problem from conception of the car, day one.
Oh, really?
So this show will not be brought to you by Saab.
No, no.
Well, except for his sobbing.
But I did find out that the new Saabs that are coming out, the new Saabs that are coming out, all electric. I just found that out earlier today. They're all electric cars coming out.
Fantastic.
Like plug-in electric or?
No, yeah, electric.
Hybrid electric.
They worked with the same people who were doing the research and development for Tesla.
Oh.
And they're actually only being distributed in Sweden and China right now. They're not even coming to the U.S.
That's a long commute.
Yes, it's a horrible commute. But anyhow, so did that.
I'll go with you to pick it up, but I'm going to fly back.
We had some enjoyable, and I'm assuming you all got part of this enjoyable rain.
Oh God, that was fantastic.
Golly, the rain has been nice here in Phoenix.
I learned one thing. That's that our new, just the wonder. That our new edition, not hostage, new edition.
Oh, the latest.
Not the band from the 90s.
A hostage.
80s. A hostage. Huck is terribly afraid of storms. I mean, but I've not ever seen anything like that in a dog.
Well,
And my two little ones were looking at him like, "You're a fucking imbecile. Sit down. What's wrong with you?" Because he's huge, and so
he's huge and yet terrified.
Terrified, and so I, unneeded. It was super unnecessary. I gained 70 plus pounds, just over those 2 days where he was attached to my ass. Where I got to walk around. I was like, "Oh, you're heavy."
Sure.
Yeah. No, it really was something. No, I have not seen that where people have talked about that where animals get real crazy.
My sister's annoying fucking dog that lived 1,000 years. That thing would shit the bed and
really
bark
with the storms.
They had to give it puppy Valium.
Mm-hmm. I thought I should
is
go
there
buy
such a thing as puppy Valium? Or is it just a smaller dose of
there is
people
It's
volume?
people Valium,
yeah. But I
prescribed by a veterinarian.
I wanted to go get that Thunder Vest for him. Truthfully, I've heard that the Thunder Vest really works.
I'm wearing one now.
Well, I love it. Some people call it a corset.
Thanks. Oops, I cracked my pants.
Aloha, meow. Hi, Julia. I didn't say hi earlier. Sorry.
Hi, guys. But yeah, I have just never seen anything like that. The 70-pound fucking dog acting like a crazed maniac.
Well, he's another foundling, right?
Yeah, and so then I
Hostage.
thought,
So-
I wonder if, because he ran for the door, like he wanted out. And I thought, why do you want
Hostage.
to run out into this?
Because he
he's
doesn't know
being
what to
held
do.
hostage.
Right. And
Doesn't
I
know.
thought, I wonder if that's what maybe happened. I'm like, do I need to research? Was there a
Well, your-
storm in December?
Your
at some
Patty,
point?
your Patty Hearst dog advised him, look, if you make a break for the door, you can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the rain.
rain. Oh, wait, do it again.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Millie.
All right.
Oh,
I'm Vanilli.
by the
I'm
way,
gonna give her that one. That's funny.
the surviving member of Milli Vanilli
Yeah,
is coming out with
not
an
dead.
album, and he's actually singing on it.
I don't believe it.
Oh, it was. I saw
I
it.
don't believe it.
Well, they could actually sing.
Just
It
not as
they-
good as
Not
what
real well.
the
Yeah,
band
they
that
said not
they,
And
to.
the gentleman that passed, Rob, I believe,
I think Fab is the one who's alive and
Right.
Rob died. Yeah.
and that Rob was of the two singers,
No.
not the better one.
No, but he was the prettier
Yeah,
one.
but
He
I
was
mean,
the
but
prettier one.
Yeah.
They could sing like was acceptable for 1989. It was just like they weren't Luther
Sing-ish.
Vandross,
Right.
and they certainly couldn't do 5 different styles of songs. Because
Right.
I mean, it only took you 2 songs to be like, this is not the same person. Like, this is like the whole
That's true.
Partridge Family singing this song. Like, this isn't 2 guys. Like the 3 songs don't sound like the same. They're not the same person.
You know what? I have it on cassette. I need to repurchase it on.
I
on
enjoy it.
digital.
It
And
is
just
the
about
same,
everybody
but
that
you're
I
right.
talked to that listened to it was like, isn't it amazing that those 2 guys sound like so many different people? Like,
I honestly, God, didn't
Like
care.
because they're,
impersonators.
I, mean,
I
they
was
had
so
so
into
many,
the-
and they
It
had
was
different
almost like someone
styles.
else was singing for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, yeah.
But they weren't even smart.
Kinda.
They weren't even
Whatever.
smart enough to get one person or 2 people to sing
Right,
for them.
right.
They
They
hired
chose
a
a
quartet.
multiple.
Yeah,
Right. Who would sound better on this song?
that's what killed me about that fucking thing.
That's funny.
But I know I have it on cassette. I just need to find it again on.
I appreciate
Well,
the
I'm sure I can still get it
honesty.
on iTunes. I would assume. Can I not?
Probably.
Sure.
Well, we gotta find that somehow, somewhere, some way.
If only
you
there
don't-
was a
oh, you
way.
don't.
How does this
What-
work?
what?
I just got something.
Yeah, just click on it.
You
I
whatever?
sent you a picture of the thunder.
This
Of the
is girl.
thunder?
This is girl. You know it's true. Milli Vanilli. What year?
I'm gonna say
I love you.
88,
89, 90
This is my jam.
all the time.
Yeah. They lip sync fabulously.
But then their like next song was like a
in
ballad
love,
where he's
girl.
like the one say yeah exactly like this one they sound like New Kids on the Block and then
Yeah.
the next one they're
Oh.
Luther Vandross. Like it's like
true.
hold on a minute.
Not the NKOTB.
Well, that one line. No, not them. They sound like cool.
New edition.
Cool in the
I
Gang,
thought
New Edition?
No, the little black boys. One of them was Bobby
New
Brown.
New
Edition.
Edition.
Is that New Edition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. We've already got black.
One
people.
more time.
What on what the song?
No. I mean, I'm going to ask one more time till I get the answer
New
that I want.
Edition.
Two.
I feel like doing like the whole like kind of jump and slap.
Oh yeah, the electric slide. Look at. I'm in love, girl. I.
So in love, girl.
I will not play this game with you all.
Come on out,
And this is true.
girl. You know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. Happening right now.
And
And we sound
Jenny
similar.
wants to shake her ass.
Jenny, I encourage you to do
I
that.
do. Shake. Shake it, shake it.
What was it? What they had one really nice song. The one that sounds like Luther.
Blame it on the rain.
Is that might be it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it?
No,
That's the only 2 that I know. That's all
You
I
know,
got.
really?
not it.
That's all I got.
Well, I know that's all you got, but I
They
don't know
had
if
like
that
5 hits off the album.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're
don't
talking
know.
about Milli Vanilli. How
was. Where has
control
this?
have we
Where
gone?
has this show gone?
What else?
can't
What
I
else you
find
got
it?
over there, Millie?
Hold
I
on.
don't feel like this.
Oh
Oh.
Is that it?
Her. That's Cher.
no, nobody knows this song. No one knows this.
Blame.
song.
Oh, I do. Yeah, once you get through the hook, you know it.
Well, get me there.
Well, hey,
This is not the song.
gotta blame it on something.
I'm gonna blame it
Hey,
on
what are you
the
gonna do? Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
not
remember
it.
it starting like that at all.
I don't either.
I feel like I
Well, that
only
wasn't
know
the
the hook.
start. That wasn't the.
Oh.
I just jumped to the middle so I could hopefully get somewhere into.
I see.
Oh,
But
what-
that's the one where it's like that's not the same. And then there's
No, that's not the
there was
same
like
guys.
4. They had 4 or 5. They had a lot of hits off that album. Like that album kept churning shit out.
and that's why
Like,
they got the Grammy.
Yeah, they dug pretty deep.
Well,
So I just sent it to you to see if you could get it into the chat room for my phone.
What do you,
It's
what
a
do you
picture
send
of
it to
our
me?
view from work the other night with a storm.
And how did you send it to me?
Yeah, because
I think I sent it to your email. I don't know. However you.
I think he
airdrop.
paged it to you.
No, I sent it to your phone. I use my pager.
I don't know how the
I
fuck
use
you
my
get
beeper. I'm the beeper king. I sent it in a
JJ,
text
the
message.
king of
I
beepers.
sent it to your text message. I sent it to
king
your
of
your
beepers.
phone, and I put it on your AirPlay. So you got to figure out how to
I
use
don't know what the
AirPlay.
fuck that is, but I had to accept it.
Well, good.
I know, but I don't
Now it's in your photos or something.
somewhere.
I got nothing.
All right, move on to the next thing.
Carry on.
We're gonna work it out.
Did
All
we
right.
go through everybody's week?
We're done. Yeah. Let's move
You
on.
didn't get to interrupt anybody.
I don't know why that keeps.
I interrupted you twice. I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know
I meant
what,
anybody else.
Shit.
Damn it.
something. I don't know what the hell this is doing.
I'm in love, girl.
You are. You should be.
So,
So
in love,
girl.
Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Girl.
Let's move
this
on if we
is
can.
true.
We'll be right back with headlines right here on Q Talk America.
You're listening to Q Talk America.
Are you ready for this? It's a 30-second dance break.
This is the Q Talk America Radio Network.
Alrighty, kids, here we go. Headlines coming at you on. Well, why won't they do what I want it to do? I hate when it won't do what I want it to do. I can't get the overlay. Don't know why. Here we go. The espresso is out of this world.
Single white borderline.
Controversial video game pulled.
First the Teletubbies, now this.
The price is right, but what about the prizes?
A kiss is just a kiss.
Chlamydia in the heart of Texas.
Hey!
Orgy.
And I'll take it in cash, please. These and other controversial issues.
20's on the dresser, chocolate.
What just happened? I don't know.
Good work.
I don't know.
Good work, sir or ma'am.
That's one of those that'll never stop being funny.
Oh,
We can fit that into any conversation.
20s on the dresser chocolate. Oh my.
Did you take
God.
this picture?
A girl at work did.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that
I love
amazing?
That is
I
amazing.
wonder
The view all night long was just spectacular.
I wonder
I don't know why that won't happen.
And usually when you take a picture out the windows where I work, we're on the 11th floor, all you
all
get is a picture
flashback.
of dirty windows
Yeah.
Right.
That
and a little
goes.
flashback, but that's
That
like
goes.
That's a beautiful
Oh, why won't
picture.
that's restaurant
I
quality.
love that.
Oh, I don't know why that won't happen.
Deep in the
Ish.
heart.
No, chlamydia. Deep in the heart of Texas.
I had that one too. That's
Oh my God! Well, Al, this story caught my eye because of you, my friend. The first Italian woman.
Chlamydia?
That's later on.
Has,
good.
I do
hasn't
them
it
in
been kind of a long
sequence.
time?
I do them in sequence. The first Italian woman in space is now the world's first orbiting barista.
Hey!
Over the weekend, astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti fired up the first espresso machine in space. She posted a photo, and if you're watching us right now, boom, there's the photo of her posting, drinking that in the International Space Station on Sunday, sipping from a cup designed to be used in zero gravity. For the special occasion, she put on her Star Trek uniform top. And she says, coffee is the finest organic suspension ever devised. Cristoforetti said via Twitter, quoting from an old TV series, the old TV series Star Trek Voyager. French espresso is the new Zero G Cup, to boldly brew where no one has brewed before, she added. Cristoforetti, who returns to Earth next week following a half-year mission, almost didn't get any space espresso. The experimental Italian-made espresso maker, dubbed the IS Espresso, using the International Space Station initials, was supposed to arrive this past January, but didn't get into orbit until April because of a shipment backlog. She didn't actually say in her Twitter post how she liked the brew, but she was all smiles for the cameras and gave a thumbs up. It has to beat NASA's instant coffee, which is drank from a straw and a pouch. It's like the Capri Sun of coffee, I guess.
Okay, so now it's safe for me to be an astronaut is what I'm learning. I just
Yes.
realized these fuckers have been going to space for 47 years without good coffee.
That's fucked up.
Chock full of nuts.
Chock fucking full.
So,
I just realized that we don't get to see the things that you talk about because you don't put about. So I'm like, well, I'm going on the thing to look for it. Now I'm watching a commercial for Shield.
I meant to do
Good work.
I'm gonna have to walk out. One of my headlines involves a printout that I did at the printer outside. So when Marnie goes into her story, I gotta get that printout. Anywho, to wrap up this story, the espresso actually is brewed in a clear pouch behind the closed door of a boxy coffee maker made in Italy. That's how Cristoforetti and her NASA crewmate Scott Kelly, who is the brother of. Why am I spacing?
Gabby Gifford's?
Gabby Gifford's husband.
Mark.
He's the
Mark
identical
Kelly.
twin of Gabby Gifford's husband.
Then not Mark.
No, it's Scott. Scott
Sorry.
Kelly is in space right now on the space station.
Okay.
Cristoforetti later switched to the small pitcher-like Zero G cup, a new American-made item available, I guess, at the NASA store. I don't know where the hell you get it. Where else you would get it?
Well, that
Sounds
is
exciting.
So coffee and space, Al. I don't know when you start your training, but good luck to you.
I know. I'm fit as a fiddle and ready to go.
Godspeed.
Yeah, go with throttle up.
Did you know there's all kinds of people chatting and another thing like Dawn? Is this live?
What was?
What are you looking at?
There's all these people that are in another room.
I wondered where Dawn's been.
in
It's
the-
on the Ustream.
in the video thing?
Monitor the Ustream.
Well, I think I'm going to start right
mayhap
now.
we
I am
should.
too because I
Edith
have
is
that.
there, and Nero is there, and Metro Chic is there, who
Edith
sounds
is here.
charming.
So they're chatting without us?
yeah.
Is what's happening? That, listeners.
Don't chat behind my
Dawn-
back.
No.
Don't chat behind my back.
I'm sort of excited about that.
Snowbird is there. Matthews Wands.
Because I feel
Snowbird?
like
Do I know Snowbird?
Ustream chatters, I empower you
Oh yeah, we're
to just chat away with or without us.
well now.
I don't get ads, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh, are you a
just go.
subscriber?
I'm a subscriber.
Fancy pants.
Bullshit, I say with those
Charging
ads.
your mom all kinds of rent
Well,
these
I-
days.
You have no idea. I got HBO and no ads. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
fuck?
Right there. Mm-hmm. That's
Wow.
a true story. All right.
I gotta
so,
start charging
yeah.
those children more rent.
Done.
For real.
Well,
Summer's coming. Those bitches need to get a job.
By the way, before you start, just
Yes,
to
dear.
touch base
Yes.
on the extra chat room, I am actively working on getting us all on one platform where we can all be on the same streaming, the same audio, and the same chat room, all in one, so that we aren't spread over hell's half acre. So those of you in the chat room that are on the Ustream site, at some point, I'm hoping to eliminate that so that we can all be in one wonderful
and
place.
now I'm looking. Some of these are from 342 days ago.
yeah, there are some that are like.
Oh, good work.
Because I'm like, am I supposed to
Nero,
be reading these down?
Up to the
or
minute
up?
reporting
Yeah.
here on Q Talk America.
Finger on the pulse, Al. Ryer.
Next
Okay.
caller.
Alrighty. So, we're going to call it a borgie. A borgie. That would be a bisexual, not a bisexual orgy, but a Christian who thinks that bisexual means orgy.
Oh,
you guys read
well,
about
done
this?
correctly.
Wow.
Did you guys read about
Well,
this?
done correctly, really.
One of the
I've
biggest
seen that category
anti-gay
on
leaders
Pornhub.com.
tries to explain what bisexual means disastrously.
To his
fails.
mother? Like, who is he telling the story to?
It would appear that James Dobson, founder of the infamous Christian Focus on the Family, has absolutely no idea what bisexuality is whatsoever. Dobson's group, disguised as actually caring about people, but mostly just hates on people, just what God would want, can't get over same-sex people wanting equal rights. So this was about a month ago when I had found this, that he decided that he would... What's the matter?
Keep talking, just keep talking.
Oh, sorry.
If I ever make adjustments, just keep talking.
Sorry. All right. Well, I got all screwed up.
Something about
Okay.
Jesus.
Jesus. And look, it's Jesus. Keep busy.
He's coming.
He's coming. Now, Dobson decided to dip his toe into trying to discuss bisexuality, and he failed in the most remarkably hilarious way that proves he undoubtedly has no idea what he is talking about. Which,
Dipping your toe is the gateway
let's
activity.
just say, well,
Yeah.
isn't the dipping
It
the toe what they call in the
It
bathroom?
leads to fingers.
Isn't that the dipping the toe in the bathroom?
Could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Under the stall?
Tapping. That was
It's a
tapping.
wide,
Tapping.
It's a wide
My bad.
stance.
My bad. I don't know. A wide stance. I'm sorry.
stance.
I apologize. Dobson thinks that the B in LGBT stands for orgies, because the word bisexual starts with the letter O. Any idiot without a dictionary could figure out that bisexuality means attracted to both genders, and that's where the definition ends. However, Dobson isn't just your standard run-of-the-mill idiot. He brings idiocy to a new level, saying, I would like to think, just for a moment, about LGBT. The B stands for bisexual. That's orgies! Are you really going to try to support this? For real, people.
Yes. Yes, I am.
First of all, if people want to have an orgy, more power to them. That's not really for anyone to decide other than the consenting adults involved. But apparently Dobson can't get the image out of his head. Secondly, what an idiot. The end.
Translation, he's consumed with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's obsessed
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Butt sex, that's all they think about.
Yeah.
Butt sex.
Well, but orgies. If only these supposed Christians spent as much time focusing on ending world hunger, poverty, and what?
Okay, first I thought you were going for world cunts.
No.
This is the way you started the cut word, but...
No. And lack of health
Batorgi.
care. Batorgi.
Okay.
But no.
I just snot bubbled a little through Batorgi.
Gay people want to get married and be able to file taxes and stuff together. So, we don't have our priorities. We just like to have, well, not we as gay, but we as bisexual like to have.
Don't push the mic away, Kat.
Batorgies.
What's wrong with you?
There's a whole article on Batorgical.
Well, because I didn't want to snark and snot all over the microphone.
Yeah.
And
I
was
washed
dying.
these. Don't worry, I washed these.
I know they smell nice and fresh all the time.
Oh, God.
Wow, how's that margarita, bitch?
Still there.
Oh, come on.
Still happening.
Oh, but the beer's half gone. Good for you.
Tequila, man.
L'chaim.
It's a straight tequila.
Like
Por
another...
favor.
There's a little bit left in
Better
the old
not be a
blender.
straight tequila now.
If I may.
I have an orgy story for you.
Oh.
Hey.
Batorgi.
Let's do that.
Do we need to wait?
You want me to mix the drink while you come tell about the
He's a
orgy?
part of the Batorgical Society.
Let's watch Al in the kitchen.
Kitchen cam.
Oh, what's the wrong one? I want this one. Kitchen cam.
Well, you're going to have to play-by-play for those that are just listening.
Yeah. By the way, you're
Play
watching
Mickey.
Al pour. Marnie, I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen the kitchen cam?
Oh, I have.
Did you? I've
Yes.
forgotten. So Al's in there.
I have not seen it
Active.
active.
No, Al's that's active. That's Al active. Active right there. The Activia.
It'll run right through them.
Oh, for the
Don't be
love.
afraid.
I love that you've just become like yogurt that makes you poop. The
Yes. Thank you, Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's fantastic in those commercials.
Oh my god, it's hysterical.
She just makes me want to.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I feel like we've cut you off
We're gonna leave
mid-story,
that alone.
Marnie.
No, that was it.
That was it.
Batorgical.
But
Batorgical. So,
orgy story, Al Perkins, ladies and gentlemen.
Amy Schumer. Are you watching? Are you following along?
Oh,
Are you
God.
about to say milk lemonade?
Oh, well, Milk, that was very funny, but where she has the three-way, and they
Oh, I haven't seen that.
They close up on her, and she's laying there, and then they, widen the shot, and she's in bed with a guy, and then she looks disappointed, and he's like, oh, and the knife was dull and almost killed me. And then he's like, oh, my God, that was fantastic. I'm so glad we had a three-way, and she's like, I wasn't even in the room. I went to the bathroom at one point. You didn't even notice. And but it's another guy. And they're like, oh, the two guys are so good. And she's like, yeah, I thought I'd be more involved. He's like, oh, did we not include you? And they grab her boob. She's like, too late. Then he asks, he goes, well, did we seem like we're really into it? She's like, you kept saying how much you enjoyed penetrating him. And he goes, no, I didn't. And she starts the playback on her phone. And all you hear is him saying, I really love penetrating you.
Oh, I've not. I have to go back.
You got to watch Amy Schumer. That's what the thing you had today was. Yeah,
one of the funniest
For-
things I've seen in a very long time.
For those of you that heard Al claim that he had an orgy story before he left, I too was hopeful that he was involved in this story and not it was just a living vicariously through Amy Schumer.
I'm a clean white woman.
Which part of that's white woman is accurate?
delusion.
That's about it.
Okay.
Living vicariously through television.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay with living
It's the
vicariously through
American
Amy.
way.
Oh, I am way too old to be part of a three-way. There's too many things that are
Oh
gonna
my god.
We can't get the lights dark enough to get anything. You know what I mean?
No.
Can't turn off the lights and get shit done. Now.
I don't know that one person's happy, much less two. The
Yeah,
thought
exactly.
of that failure. Fuck it. No pun. No.
I'm barely paying
Wow.
attention to the person on my left. What am I supposed to do with this
The
fucker?
one on the right. Oh. know.
I think two things.
Lucky
Beds.
people that are sleeping with these two, first of all.
Or
But the one seems fine, but I just don't know that. I don't want to handle.
She seems fine.
two problems.
I don't
One,
know.
bed's
Yeah.
not big enough. Two, the cats get pissed if you ask them to get
Yeah.
off the bed.
I know.
So,
I got enough pussy in one bed. Just saying.
Point taken away.
well, speaking of points taken away, good segue to this next story.
Hey.
This is the want story of of tonight for me. But online gaming website Steam has removed a controversial video game from availability after complaints were made about its violent, homophobic, and transphobic content made by users. A game
hell of
called
a game.
I saw this.
Now get ready for this. A game called Kill the Faggot was created and uploaded by Scalded Games to Steam's Greenlight section, which allows game developers to showcase their games and let the Steam user community decide which ones will be made commercially available through their website.
One question.
Yeah.
Is the theme song in like an Elmer Fudd kind of a tune?
Kill the rabbit, kill the faggot, kill the faggot. No,
All right, just checking.
maybe. Steam doesn't. No, Steam.
Hi, Bear.
The website Steam does not actively vet games for offensive content, but developers must pay $100 to get their game onto the Steam Greenlight site as a quality control barrier. Obviously, if you're willing to pay $100 for it, you must have something that you're really trying to push that's maybe of quality. Otherwise, you're just a loser who lives in the basement and wants to upload your games. Now, the game description for the game called, quote, Kill the Faggot, reads as follows. Hate gays? Want to unleash your frustration with the LGBT community? Well, now is your chance. Murder gays and transgenders while avoiding killing straight people. Get points before time runs out. Wow. The game contains what Scalded Games describes as, quote, lots of fully voiced lowbrow innuendos, which includes a transgender character shouting, "You want to chop my wiener off, don't ya?" A gay man and gay men are labeled in the game as AIDS carriers and need to be eliminated. Players are awarded 100 points for each gay that's killed and 150 points for each transgender that's killed. Now, interestingly enough, the game, an app, or in several other projects were started. This game was started by a guy named Randall Herman. He's from Ars Technica. He found another project with his full name and likeness called Devoter Footwear. He is a failed Christian shoe promoter who was on YouTube, had a Kickstarter campaign in 2014 on behalf of a skateboarding shoe company with one goal in mind: to promote the words and teachings of Jesus Christ through quality footwear. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Jesus wash the feet of the bare feet people? Anyway,
I thought it was going to be a sandal company.
now that campaign that campaign, which had a goal of $20,000, was actually canceled well before ever getting near its $20,000 fundraising goal. He created a separate Kickstarter account for his video game projects, but Whoisology researched it and confirmed that Randall Herman is also the Scalded Game promoter. So the same guy who had this failed attempt at trying to promote the words of Christ through a shoe campaign was also the starter of this horribly offensive video game that has now been pulled down from
terrible.
the website. Yeah.
Now, my understanding, though, Steam is a community of like independent developers that upload their apps, and
Right.
Steam only distributes. Correct?
From what I understand from this, Steam is like the website, and they have a section called Greenlight where you can
It's
upload.
like the YouTube of apps or whatever.
My
Like,
guess
people
is
just
for
upload
gaming,
their own
right?
Right.
So it was uploaded to them. The guy paid the $100, which meant he was vetted.
Sure.
And then the game got up there, and as soon as people started playing it, instantly there was pushback about what is this crap, and then they pulled it down.
What
Yeah.
is this crap?
So I think that's an important distinction, though, because people, you know, what I
Steam
mean?
is not to blame for
Horrible
this.
things happen, right? Horrible things are out there, and horrible people, you know, try and sneak their horrible things into the news, you know, so that we'll talk about them. But the website Steam and that particular community is not responsible.
Now, according to what this guy says, he is claiming
I feel
that
like you're their lawyer.
to everyone that got
no, I just, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can see, like, you know, were it a different situation or a different company, like the boycott comes up and no, this is an open source thing
Right,
where an
no, I gotcha,
individual
I gotcha.
did
but
this.
the boycott isn't against Steam; it's against him.
Right, as it should be.
Now he actually said in an interview, to everyone that got overly offended, good, that's what we were going for. Just wait for our next game we're working on. It's going to be way more offensive than this one.
Yes.
He claimed that
Raping women.
he claimed that there was no intention to encourage hatred or violence towards the LGBT community.
Except for encouraging you to shoot them.
But people to protest political correctness in the gaming industry by making the most overly offensive game possible to these idiots to prove a point. That's what he's saying.
Here's the
Bullshit.
problem.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, and this may come up later with my namesake, Dr. Ben Carson.
Open your eye.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Take a look at that woman next to you.
Political correctness and common decency are two different things.
Oh yes, definitely.
Very different things. Because my namesake, Dr. Ben Carson, which is how I'm going to refer to him from now on. My namesake, Dr. Ben Carson.
That's nice. Maybe you don't want to associate yourself
Dr.
in
Ben
that
Carson.
way.
Right. Is also
Parenthetically.
against political correctness, and I feel like already that's just an excuse to say offensive shit, and that's not the same
right.
thing.
Oh, definitely. I have to agree with you on that one.
Carry on.
Well,
Soapbox removed for the moment.
Let me give you an example. Calling
Please.
Sarah Palin a retard is politically incorrect.
And yet fun.
Calling her son
Right. That's
a child with
What's your other
developmental
one?
disabilities.
Accurate.
no.
what the hell is
It was almost on its way to being a noble point. Wow.
almost?
Throw the hat down. Throw the hat down. I want it dance.
Antithesis.
That well used.
For these and other good grammar lessons, stay tuned. Coming up in just minutes, we're going to continue with headlines. Hour 2 and 3 are on their way, and Al's going to give us a drinking word in just moments. So stick around, won't you? We'll be back. It's Q Talk America and the show with Clayton McKee. Ha ha!
You've been listening to the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Oh, good evening once again, everybody. It's the show. We are...
Stand by, Jenny. She's only the mother of one.
There are more out there.
Marty's gonna write you a strongly worded letter and boycott you
The
later.
daughter was clearly very special. We saw the reality show.
Back to politically correct again. I like it.
Anywho, if you've suffered through hour 1, you realize that we're well into
I'm gonna need a
margaritas
cab.
on this Cinco de Mayo. Al Perkins, Marnie Ryer, Kat Carlson, and myself.
I lost my flip flop. I stepped on a pop top.
I think that's what Jesus said. He lost his flip flop.
That was the sermon from the Mount.
I thought
the
it
Mount.
was.
The Mount. From Jesus' baseball game
Yep.
Now pitching,
for the Bethlehem
Who's
Giants.
catching?
number one.
Moses.
Oh, our team for Bethlehem, the
He's
In
number 10.
Sleepers.
Up from the Burning Bush League. There's a really, really, really funny,
God, we could have so much
funny
fun
thing
with that.
from the Burning Bush League, from the Bob and Tom show, and it's Harry Carey. The Bob and Tom show's out of Chicago, and it's a radio show podcast thing or whatever the fuck they are. Oh, you cut out. Oh, Aaron, that is genius. And you knew what I was doing because I could hear you guys saying Activia, so I pretended I was taking a shit.
That's very
That's
funny.
your poop face.
One of them.
It's
One of them.
I squatted
Right,
down.
Can we change it to Altivia?
Sure, I like my
it.
name and
I know
everything.
you love that.
All right, before we get any further into this segment, we've got to do one thing, and let's get our drinking game on. It goes a little something.
Jenny, you are just wrong.
There we go.
Him, yes.
And now, a drink along. We dare you to stay awake during this royalty-free music and to play a drinking game with us. If you are currently or soon to be driving a car, you cannot play. If you are presently the primary caregiver for children and or the elderly, you may desperately want to play, but no. If you are listening from a rehab facility, you are disqualified because you already hit bottom. And that means you already won this game at least once. If playing this game is in any way illegal for you, put the bottle down and make better life choices. There is no good in your goodbye, and there is no lifeguard on duty.
so you will be swimming at your own risk. Tell your lawyer to take the fucking day off. You can't sue us. We warned you. Good luck.
Okay. Oh, well, perhaps margaritas all day were a bad idea.
No,
Which part?
not yet.
Can you be looking at something and still have it in hindsight? I'm not sure. But anyways, so we had this back in my days at Taco Bell. We used to torture new employees because they were making $3 an hour, so they didn't give a shit. So we would tell them that when you like separated the tortillas and you pulled them out of the package and you got them all fluffed up and put them in the other bag and put them in the warmer, that you had to pat the top of the bed and yell out the top of the bag and yell out salsa. So everybody's first day they'd be in the back of the restaurant, and every couple seconds you'd hear some tart yelling out salsa.
Do you think
That's
Jenny gave you
good
free
times.
license?
Oh my
But they
god!
were, come on, that's again politically correct. It was a tard. I didn't say the whole word.
Right.
So anyways,
It wasn't a repeat.
it's
It was
Cat's
just
fault.
Don't worry
Cat's
about it.
fault.
Don't worry about it, Riri.
See, we're not going to get, but yeah, politically correct is gone. Oh. Because Dr. Ben Carlson, her namesake, told me.
Salsa.
he believes
Dr.
they're
Ben-
politically correct.
so
Dr.
that's
It's out
Ben
of hand.
Carson.
In honor of Cinco de Mayo, or the day the Mexicans won their independence from, I don't know,
They
tequila.
did not. They did. No, the Battle of Puebla.
No, I'm just kidding.
Mexican 4th of
So-
July.
And you can use the bell if you'd like.
That's-
Salsa, but
so-
that gets a little loud, because I've listened to some of our shows where we get a little crazy, and maybe the bell's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it.
That's a great idea.
Oh, the bells have never been about it. You thought they were, and then all of a sudden you love the goddamn
Yeah.
things after they
But
got it
now
from
I listen to
China.
them, and I'm trying to sleep, and I'm like, oh, the goddamn bell again.
Wait till you listen to this one and everybody goes, salsa!
Salsa, salsa. Well, I forgot we have
Use
Danish
it as
butter
your
cookies.
alarm.
Anyway,
Cookie?
no, I'm good. Right
Oh,
now.
I listened to that hot mess that was the Gina Florio show. Oh, dear God.
I
was it
haven't
bad?
listened back.
We should have gone right to AA.
No, instead we went right to
No,
a
bar.
bar.
I know. Talk about people that did not understand the instructions.
Salsa!
We made it. What's your next step? More alcohol? Good.
What's step 13?
Salsa!
What's just beyond?
12 were so easy. I just apologized to that fool.
Is there a drink from the mound?
The Mons.
The Mons.
The Mons pubis.
Well,
Whose turn is it?
it's mine. Our dear friends over at The Price is Right, they've had their fair share of embarrassing fails and incredibly lucky wins, but last Tuesday's episode
Yeah.
was a bit different. Host Drew Carey welcomed Danielle Perez to the stage, a contestant using a wheelchair. She was
Like you do.
she was the accurate bidder. They got her up on stage, and then the announcer unveiled the prizes that she was up to win.
Oh, God.
What are you winning? A treadmill and a new sauna. Danielle reacted with excitement and shock, saying, "Oh my God, these are really nice." She ended up winning both prizes, and people immediately took to Twitter to say how awkward they felt the episode was because a woman in a wheelchair was bidding on a treadmill.
You know what? She's lucky because when she uses the treadmill, she's not going to get fucking tired. She's got the wheels.
Yeah. She just got to wheel faster and faster and faster.
All they need to do is throw in a shower lift, and she can get into that hot tub. I don't know why everybody's
Oh, they
so
have them at the
Just
Hiltons.
get a jump rope and
Yeah.
tie it to the
Now,
front of the treadmill. And
In
you're
fairness, the treadmill does
Put
retail
her
for
on the treadmill and shoot her into the spot.
off. Hey!
Oh my
I
God!
honest to-
Who am I?
I
I'm
honest-
surrounded by you two.
I honest to God didn't think any of you were going to take it this way. The treadmill retails for $2,400. Salsa. Woo! Wepa!
God, I'm going straight to hell.
The treadmill retails for $2,400, so Danielle could actually sell it or simply give it to a family member or a friend as an awesome gift.
An
After she
able-bodied
pays the
person in her
taxes on
life.
it.
And we also have to give good job for Twitter for assuming
I
that
can walk.
good job to all those fucktards on Twitter who assume that people who go on game shows are only out for themselves. Now, CBS told the Huffington Post in a statement that every member of the Price is Right studio audience has a chance to play and be selected as a contestant. Prizes are determined in advance of the show and are not decided based on contestants. A rep for the network added that Perez additionally won an iPad, Air tablet, and that prizes don't always match up perfectly with the people that are bidding on them.
So all the better for her to go on eBay to sell the treadmill.
Sure,
Which is
or-
what they're going to do with half that shit anyways.
That's what I would do.
Now, in other things,
Oh,
contestants
that
have-
wasn't anywhere near as offensive I was expecting it to be for
Well,
her.
no, but
We made it more offensive.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
did.
Did we?
We did a good
No,
job, yeah.
Yeah, remember to have your
Yeah,
pet
I'm in
spayed and
hell.
neutered. Contestants have also won trips to
So they
their...
don't have offspring that have to listen to this shit.
I have no idea what
I
you just
don't.
said.
I'm with you.
I
have
don't
no
know what you
idea.
just said.
Salsa.
Have a cookie, yeah.
I'll say, oh, good.
Contestants on the show have also won trips to their hometown. Men
You
often
won a brand new town.
men have also often won the Look of the Week prize package, which includes a dress, high heels, and a purse.
Barbara was there.
That would have been the day you were on, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's when that started.
Actually, two of the guys that I work with were on The Price is Right like a year ago. It aired a year ago.
Yeah, I remember
Travis
that.
and Abel, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And I don't know what in the hell they won or what they didn't win, but
I'm not sure either because
They
I
were on
never
it.
watched
And another
the
one of the
episode.
local gays was on like 10 years ago.
Chip Noza loves he has been on there a couple of times.
No.
Back
Loves
when my mom was still alive and keeping that franchise going.
That's right.
When my mom would get off the plane when she got here, when's golf on and what time is the Price is Right on? And at one point there was only one TV
Nice.
in my house,
Oh,
and
you
the
had to,
Price
like,
is
Love
Right
that.
was
Do a
on
sign
opposite.
up?
Golf?
No, it was
That's
on
awesome.
opposite the View. So we
battled.
we went to fisticuffs at that point. Let me
Look
tell
out.
you.
Did you distract her with gin?
Yeah. I'm like, listen, lady, we can tune in every once in a while, but
Yeah.
We can flip back at commercials.
Yes.
I like it. Well, I decided
Picture
on
in
a
picture.
different story
I miss
than
picture
one
in
that I
picture.
was going to do about a single white borderline because I've already dated her. This I thought was so sweet, and I saw it on Ellen last week, and I thought after the "Let's Kill the Faggot" story, we should do a nice story about the straight gay high school prom couple.
Yeah. The best
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Did you guys? And I don't know who out there who's listening, or actually even in the room, who watches Ellen. I haven't watched
I
Ellen
saw
in
them
a
get
very long time.
I subscribe to her on Facebook, so I get
Yeah.
updates.
Right.
I don't watch all the time, but I did see the segment where
And I'm the same way. Typically it's Facebook stuff, but
I'm busy.
recently I
Busy.
decided to
very busy.
DVR her show again, just because it always was feel good and it always
Mm-hmm.
was very funny. And I thought I need something else other than Dateline, Criminal Minds, CSI things. I need
Mm-hmm. Right.
something else. And this story was one of the first ones that I saw, and I thought it was wonderful because it was just in the last couple days. Two best friends who met, Jacob Lesensky and Anthony Martinez, met when they were sophomores in high school. And they are absolutely adorable. They were on Ellen. And initially when they met, Anthony, had a crush on Jacob.
sure, like you do.
Like you do.
And Anthony is a young gay gentleman, and Jacob is not.
No.
All right.
And Jacob is not. And he was not someone who championed gay rights, Jacob. He wasn't necessarily opposed. He was just ambivalent. Whatever.
Okay.
And
As high school students might be.
as
Yeah.
high school students typically are, and so anyway, they became really good friends, and then basically became best friends through this, and Jacob
BFFs,
learned
if you will.
BFFs.
Do they have the best buds bracelets?
I don't know if they have the bracelets. I thought we were gonna fist bump. That would have been fun.
what they're
Can we
gonna
do that? Because I felt kind of. Can you?
Oh, yeah,
Because
go
I
ahead.
felt kind of dumb. All right.
best
You left her hanging out there.
I know, you left
Jesus
me hanging.
Christ.
Wasn't what she was
Anyway,
doing.
Because you missed the reference. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I was there for the pickup.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is a beautiful
there was.
story.
It is a beautiful story.
Don't dump your salsa.
So, Anthony was basically Jacob told Anthony, I'm not interested, and
Hashtag
I like the whole. I like the hole, not the pole. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
Hashtag no
exactly,
homo.
right.
Yeah.
Salsa. So Anthony comes out of
Sermon
class
from the stick.
one day because Jacob found out that Anthony was not going to go to prom. And Anthony had sent out a tweet or something on Facebook or whatnot that basically said, hey, I'm not going, but if anybody wants to go as a friend, I would love to go. And the end. I mean, it was basically just something very sweet and very out there. Like, I really want to go, but
there's
so-
no homos in this town that want to make out with me at the end in
right.
the, in the
so
limo.
can
so,
somebody just
right.
kind of
And
go
I
as
can't have a
friend?
baby in a toilet, so
Right.
that option's closed.
So he comes. He gets called out of class.
Write
Anthony
down
gets
babies in
called out of
toilets.
class, and
Prom night
there is a
dumpster
sign
babies.
that Jacob has recruited, like 6 or 7, 8 people to hold, and it says. The very high school. It's very cute. You're hella gay. I'm hella straight, but you're like my brother, so be my date. And Anthony had, I mean, it's really bad.
Wow.
It's really bad, but it's really
I know, but you're about to
was
cry
sweet.
over it.
But
Look
he
how
was
sweet it is.
straight.
But it
Give
was
him a
really
break.
sweet.
Oh, I know.
Creativity is
And
not his niche.
He was standing there and just kind of like, you know, he wasn't holding the sign at all. He was like, kind of
Ta-da!
like, will you? And could have really been told no. I mean,
I'd have probably told him.
I'm
no.
not
I'd have
getting
been
you
like,
off, but I'm getting you to
but
prom.
I'm getting you to prom.
I'd have been like, let me use the green screen here to help you out. This sounds like we live in West Virginia, and I want to date my brother. And one of us is not into it.
Oh,
And the low pressure system
Let me,
is coming
let me just
across.
review all the grammatical errors in
No,
your
but
noble
It
request.
was a lot.
Actually, Kat, it might have been a
was
high
so
pressure
sweet.
system.
Oh, high pressure system.
I'm sure it's all
sweeping up
lost
the
in the
bottom
telling.
here.
It really is, because it was the sweetest thing. And like Ellen said, if it can't be an example for people in the world to know that we
anybody
just
got
went
that.
that
It's okay, you got
that
it.
we just that you have to date that you have a date with your friend who you had a crush on and he's open-minded enough to do this. We have teachers who drove in from Vegas. They had a whole bus that came in from Vegas, and the parents were in the audience, and the whole like back room was filled with kids from the
Hookers?
school.
Oh.
No.
Well, because
Yeah, the
from
kids got to get
Vegas.
laid at some
the
point.
bus
It's
from
still a
Vegas, I was
prom.
confused.
You got to get a handy by a
and I just
dumpster.
wanted
It's
to
not
say,
really prom.
Ellen said, I just wanted to say that there are some schools out there that don't support this and wouldn't allow this to happen, because even a girl going dressed as
Yeah.
in a tuxedo to prom has been frowned upon or said no. That they don't support this and wouldn't allow this to happen. It's really a shame, because prom is really very important to a lot of people. And this was just a wonderful story. He came out and he started to cry, Anthony, and so did Jacob. You know, like,
which one's
oh my
gay
God,
again?
Anthony.
Okay.
And he came out, and here it was like this inclusive, like, hey, I know that you liked me, and then I know that I didn't like you back that way, but
As a friend,
let's go and do this. And they did go, and this, I'm not very good at that posting thing, because no one's ever taught me.
right?
Copy and paste.
But these are their pictures.
Yeah, right. Click on the browser address, then paste in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I did see some of those. Those are cute. The other thing,
Handsome couple.
if
They are very
I'm
handsome
not
couple.
mistaken, also on
I
Ellen,
love that one.
didn't they each get a $10,000
They
check
each
for
got
a scholarship?
$10,000, yes.
Yes.
They each got $10,000.
Towards education.
Now, isn't it
Nice.
worth it to pretend to be gay for a day if you get $10,000
He wasn't
out of
pretending
it?
to
A
be
lot of people do it for
anything.
$20. So I'm saying, I mean, for God's
Put it-
sakes.
well,
I
hey,
told you the
chocolate,
20 was
put
on
it
the
on the
chocolate. That's all my scholarship
Listen.
fund provides.
Words of wisdom: $20 is $20.
$20. Yes, it is. Very good.
Anyway,
And the
but
L.T.
just
Perkins Memorial Scholarship.
You have a memorial too?
you're an idiot.
That's fucking
just
exciting.
a sweet story
It
that
is.
tells you that that there's good stuff out there, and especially with the kids.
Kids don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
That's the
I
great
agree.
thing. Unless you have
That's a valid point.
you
It
have
is
very
Homeschooled them.
dedicatedly taught them
Yeah.
hate
hate. Kids
and
don't
misunderstanding. You're right.
care.
Yeah.
They don't. You're
They
very
don't.
correct.
But the interesting piece is, as much as they don't care, because once younger kids, especially younger kids, really don't care. They're like, whatever. Two moms, two this, two that. Speaking of Wells Fargo, well done. Did you see that commercial yet?
Nope.
Two moms. We're your
Hey.
two new moms. It's about fostering. I
Oh,
thought
that's
it was
nice.
wonderful.
Oh,
But
haven't seen
so there's all this inclusivity that's going on. Problem is, when you get to high school, now it becomes this kind of more weird. Is this accepted? Is this
Unless
okay?
you were a cool kid, nobody looks back at high school and is like, "Oh my god, best years of my life." Like
Yeah.
unless you were the quarterback or the head cheerleader, no
I
one
wasn't
ever
either one of those, and
looks
I would go
back.
back to high
Three
school
people
in a
that-
heartbeat.
For real?
For real. And I've made that statement on here before. I had the best time.
That shit is not hashtag. It is not okay.
It is, yeah.
Hashtag it
That
was super
happened.
okay.
We're on this side of it now.
Anyway, but it's the idea that seeing these kids, I just think it's wonderful that especially with guys. In
And high school is just weird because everybody's hormones are going the wrong way.
Right. And we don't want anybody
Or
to
the
think
right
anything.
way.
They're all just moving.
Right.
They're all just moving Axe spray around. I mean, that's
Oh
pretty
my
much the
God.
whole point of
And ask Aaron
17-year-olds.
about that. Too much. Like, put it down. So, anyway, go ahead, Clayton.
Come on, we need, some,
Salsa! I'm thirsty.
So how do I follow that story up?
we need something else to salsa on.
An outbreak of chlamydia at a high school in Texas has forced administrators there
Post-prom.
to send a
Yes.
warning note home to parents. District officials confirmed to CBS 7 last Friday that the Crane Independent School District has seen 20 cases of the sexually transmitted disease in its high school, adding that letters have also been sent out to the district's junior high school as a precaution. The station estimates 1 in 15 students at the school has contracted chlamydia. High school offers a 3-day sexual education course once a year that emphasizes abstinence, and we currently have on the phone one of the directors of that school who gives us this statement in regards to the program.
It's not a bad thing, because if kids are not having any sexual activity, they can't get this disease. You see what I'm saying? That's not a bad program.
Indeed, it is not a bad program,
That
sir.
is not a bad program.
Except apparently
Except
most
for
of the
what-
school
No, sir.
fucked around and all got it shared amongst themselves.
Salsa.
Like you do.
Per the school's 2014-15 handbook, Crane Independent School District does not
Leave
offer.
the handbook out of it.
They do not offer a curriculum in human sexuality, but the handbook does lay out state-mandated stipulations should a curriculum be needed in the future. Crane School District chlamydia outbreak is.
Here's that
Here it
rainy
is.
day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here's that burning, itchy day.
Yeah, by the way, the superintendent that you just heard from, his name Jim Rubbage. He defended the abstinence-heavy course.
Rubbish.
His name is Jim Rubbage.
Rummage.
Ram it.
Salsa!
Now that's the tone of voice I'm talking about. It's distracting.
Now, Diana Martinez, a Crane resident and parent, told Newsweek 9 that her kids are too young for her to worry about it. Otherwise, she'd sit them down and have a talk.
Sit him down and have a talk. If you think your kids are
Martinez-
too young,
But try to sit him down
and
before
have
it
a talk.
burns too much
Yeah.
to sit down.
Right.
Martinez also said, honestly, this happens in any town. Parents need to be aware of the situation to make sure that they tell their kids to be safe and practice safe sex. Didn't you just say if your kids weren't old enough, it'd be an issue?
I'm going to call Central High School and be like, so when was your last chlamydia outbreak?
The school's health advisory committee met yesterday, to discuss the outbreak and formulate a response, which will be presented to the school board on May 19th. We're going to follow up on that. Let me see what May 19th.
I do appreciate some of the comments, so that we're like, why do you have 3 days or 3 hours? What do you talk about in 3 hours of this sex ed if it's all about abstinence? What are you talking about?
I don't think it's condoms on bananas.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
think so,
condoms on
but the
Don't be
condom on
silly.
the
Put a
banana.
condom on your willy. What's that old thing?
Yes.
We had Captain Condom. And it was like, are you kidding?
We never had.
Oh my god.
I was say I grew up in Utah. We had
I'm
nothing.
just saying. So
nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
let's give the score for like
We
the
had our health ed
abstinence-only
class that
programs.
was taught by some dude who was just
Sarah Palin's daughter's knocked up at 14 or whatever old she was, and we got 20 cases of chlamydia. Abstinence-only programs are leaving out a lot of vital information.
just gonna throw out there.
Because you know what's not following along with abstinence-only teaching? Abstinence.
Hashtag
And protection.
for that one, hashtag it is not okay.
It is
I mean,
not okay.
come on. But
Yeah.
really, what are you talking about
I
for
love when
3
people-
hours?
I love when people-
if they're saying abstinence.
I love when people pretend that
Are you gonna
teenagers
make me
aren't
one or
having
get rid
sex.
of that one?
I'm gonna get rid of this one.
Oh, I will.
Why?
Because I'm taking a cab.
She's taking a salsa cab.
No, I love how everybody's it's very NIMBY, not in my backyard, not happening in my backyard, not in my family. Well, clearly, half the schools got jacked up, but somebody spread it around.
Absolutely.
One single girl made the rounds. I'm not sure what happened, but
She's a whore.
probably so.
She's a whore.
Probably so.
These are my guesses. But they all talk about her, the town whore.
And then she had a baby in the toilet because she was on the abstinence-only program.
Right. Now,
So I hear you're going to tell me a story.
apparently I am. Maybe I'll get through it. Do you remember the whole Teletubby thing?
Yes.
remember
One of
how,
the
like,
Teletubbies was gay. Jerry
was
Falwell
gay,
told us.
right,
One of them was
right.
taking it up the ass.
I just want you to know. Oh.
I'm sorry, up the pooter. Does that make you feel better?
Shandy? Does that say grapefruit
It
shandy?
sure does. Yeah. So I
But
went
excuse
to.
me, my interest is piqued.
I know. Mine was too.
Abstinence only, ma'am. Abstinence only. There'll be no piquing of your
Right.
interest here.
I'm gonna have.
So I went to
piqued interest.
AJ's because I know that they carry the local orange shandy, or not the orange shandy, the orange blossom beer that I like. And I'm, perusing
Open
like
that
I
shit.
do.
Open it.
Calm the fuck
No,
down,
work
lady.
it out. Thanks.
Wow.
Keep talking.
So, I'm perusing and I see,
That sucked.
and I see this product. It says it's a limited supply. There's a 6-pack in the fridge if you're dying for it.
Just
But yeah, Marnie's a big fan of the Leinenkugel Summer Shandy, which is lemony. I'm a big fan of the
I like
orange
the lemon shandy and the lemon berry.
lemon berry.
Sometimes I don't know if they're talking about beer or douches, and I really have to see
We're
the
not
bottle.
walking on a beach right now, bitch.
No
I have to
vinegar
see
here.
the bottle in your hand to know.
Have you tried it yet?
And Marnie will be
Have
the
you tried
first
it
to
yet?
taste it. No,
Oh, no,
go right
then
ahead,
please.
please. It's in your hand,
all
bitch.
right.
Drink it. I was also happy to find.
Put it in your fucking mouth.
Different show.
Oh, tasty.
As I was perusing the kitchen just now, I was also happy to find fortune cookies. 'Cause
There's tons of them.
I strangely love them.
That were made slightly before
not
the
a
Danish
grape-
cookies.
And I'm
from
not
the
a grapefruit
3rd century
fan, but
BC.
that's
I'm gonna eat it.
delightful.
Those are from the Ming Dynasty. as
Dynasty.
Dame Edna's would say.
The Ming Dynasty.
That thing says "Enjoy your covered wagon." That's
and-
what that.
No.
That's what.
Fortune number 1 for the evening. Advice given to you will be well worth following.
Oh, I told you, abstinence only. Don't put it in her mouth.
Not in this show.
There it is. Well worth following.
So we were talking about Teletubbies.
One of them's gay and carries a purse.
Remember when Falwell decided to come out with the whole look? That one is queer. The purple one, I think it was.
Yeah, pink.
I have the one that
Pink?
says faggot, faggot when you squeeze it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Don't you remember they recalled a whole bunch of them?
No,
What?
I do not remember this at all.
Around 2002, Teletubbies were really big. And so they put out the line of the dolls, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
all
yeah.
said whatever they said in their stupid language because the Teletubbies spoke like this horrible nonsense language. And one of them, I don't remember what it was supposed to be trying to say, but when it actually came out, and in reality, it really just sounded like faggot, faggot. And so we have one at my house to
one?
this day.
Sell that for a
I'm sure you could.
Which
yeah.
one is that? Was it?
It was the red one with the, I think
The
just the
red
post.
one? Just the post.
I don't know. Hang on,
Anyway,
I'll Google
well-
it.
Just the tip, ma'am.
All right, triangle.
I've heard
That's
that
what I thought,
before.
Jenny. I thought it was the one with the triangle, and I really did think it was the purple
They
one.
thought that
but-
one was the gay one, but I don't
Is
think
it
that's the one
Tinky
that said
Winky?
faggot.
Tinky
Hang on.
Winky.
Tomo, I'm sorry I
on.
spelled your name wrong. Go ahead. Oh no,
that's
autocorrect got
great.
me.
All right, now. Apparently, there is a new. What?
Yeah, it's this one.
Tinky Winky. That should have been our drinking
Sounds
word.
like
Write that shit down. Okay, so which one was it?
this is a frightening
right.
orange. Like this is Clockwork Orange right now.
Yeah,
whatever
that's
just
yeah.
happened.
Okay.
I didn't
It
like
was
that.
it was Poe that said faggot, faggot.
Oh, Poe.
Yeah, look up YouTube.
look up Poe.
Yeah, look up Poe.
All right, so what's now?
All
right, we're over
well,
the Teletubbies.
We're
What's
moving.
up now?
We're moving on.
Oh, we're
and
moving
apparently
on from the
it's-
Teletubbies.
Yes, because apparently now it is all about Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
Pikachu.
you knew that Pikachu,
Pikachu.
but not Pikachu,
Now
not
peeking at you. Zip up your pants, lady.
You know there is something called Jigglypuff, and
Can't you get a
I'm
shot
not
for that?
talking about my ass.
I would like to get a
not
shot
talking
for
about my
Jigglypuff.
Now, televangelist.
I'm Googling it right
you
now.
remember the guy who wanted the jet plane leaving on a jet plane that you'll pay for?
GoFundMe,
Remember,
yeah.
he was like, "Go
Oh
for
yeah,
me."
yeah. The minister that wanted a jet plane for
What
Jesus.
an asshat,
Yeah,
right?
jets for Jesus.
Apparently, this same televangelist,
Yeah.
his name is, you can't make it up, Dr. Creeflow Dollar, is claiming that that the classic cartoon Pokemon made the children who watched it in the late 1980s and early 90s gay. That's right.
That's what happened.
It's all about that.
Yes.
According to a study released by the powerful Creeflow Dollar Ministry in Atlanta, the youth of the world had their, quote, their sexuality warped by Ash and his fruity friends, unquote. Thanks a lot, Jigglypuff. Dollar made this odd claim shortly after he solicited the donations for the $65 million luxury jet, which God, quote, told him, unquote, to buy. So
I must fly.
I need to throw out there, and I think as a courtesy to
Throw
our...
up there?
Throw out
Throw
there.
out there.
Throw out there.
Very
out,
different.
Out.
Very
out,
different.
Out. Enunciate. Out.
Out.
To our...
Unique
not
New
only
York.
unique New York, to...
There's that.
I just feel it to be a service.
Mm-hmm.
To throw out not only to our listeners, thank you, but also...
or however you self-identify.
Correct. But also to the cats of the world who have the children now. Do not let them witness the Pokemon
Or the Jiggly Wiggly.
or the Jigglypuff.
Or Jigglypuff.
Poof. Puff.
Jiggly Wiggly. I've been to that store.
I don't know. I digress. I just want to throw out that if Pokemon is around, yeah, I mean, hello, Pokemon. Done right there. But
Can you read the small
I
font on your
digress.
If he
Is
can.
he chasing you? Is he chasing
Too close.
you?
Things have already gone too far.
Too far.
Salsa.
Oh, wait. Al's doing
He's
something in the kitchen
blending.
over there. He's blending.
Check kitchen cam.
Oh, there's the kitchen can with Al. He's got his little, he's got his little blender thing going. Very good.
Is there any shitting going on in the
Any
kitchen?
what?
Shitting.
Because of the poo picture.
Yeah.
I no.
We
He
need to
just
put a bucket in there for him.
Activia.
he just made a.
Altivia.
Altivia.
Oh, jeez.
We need to put
Only
a bucket.
available on the
I
Missy
made a
Al
new
network.
bucket of booze. Sans. It's French.
Salt. Oh, good.
Ice.
Means without.
So now just add your own ice.
Good. Good cat. Jesus
Did I
Christ.
use that
My
correctly?
French is pretty good.
Oh, well,
It turns out.
All right.
Oh, the
girls
language.
Say, so the
yeah.
ladies
Got
say.
it. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get you references.
There you
so
go.
the latest say.
Just the one left, she said.
Got it.
One.
Just the tip.
All right.
Oh, so now speaking of Pokemon, remember when
Oh, now you
what
join
was-
in.
Well, I was busy
was
making you
I
a
know.
linger for later. What was
Me
the
too.
gentleman's, the pizza man's name that ran for president last time?
Papa John.
No, the black guy. The black
Harry,
guy
Henry,
from
Harry. Damn it! It
Yeah.
starts with an H.
from Godfathers. Used to be
Herman
C-
Cain.
Herman
Herman
Cain.
Cain.
Oh,
No,
He did. Remember,
salsa.
he gave the one impassioned, very beautiful speech, and then they found out that he was reading Donna Summer's lyrics to the theme from Pokemon 2. This time it's personal or Electric Boogaloo or whatever it was called.
I know that.
really?
Oh my God! Look
Yeah.
at Tomo. Welcome back, Rose. God damn it!
Hey, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Damn it!
Hi, Tomo.
But honest to God, and
Hi, Tomo.
I just as soon as I hear that story, now I just remember him standing there and he was just giving all the lyrics to "The Power of One" by Donna Summer, and he got caught
That's
like 2 days
fantastic.
later. They're like,
That's great. I
so
don't
everyone was
remember.
like, "Well, that's
I
kind of
didn't-
it was kind of a moving speech," and somebody was like, "Yeah, that's kind of."
Got to hear the black girl sing it. Much better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Salsa.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Oh, well, I didn't
Fine,
realize.
sir.
Final story in our headline segment. I have a handout.
Uh-oh.
I have a
Oh,
handout,
it's been a long time since we
well,
had a
only
handout.
because I know I want to do the picture on the. I'm going to show the picture, but I want you all to have this.
Genuine
There's a flying
reactions.
cat.
Jeff, no, it's not. Jeff Waters walked into a Bank of America on Monday morning and attempted to cash a check for
$1 million.
$368 billion.
Oh!
In nickels.
Now,
Because that's just funny. It's always funny.
nickels.
Nickels.
So as I show the picture of those, like, pass these around, pass that down to Marnie. This is his mugshot and the copy of the check. The check Waters had written to cash
Looks like me this
was
morning.
reportedly from U.S. Bank of Idaho. It issued back in the 90s.
Open your eyes, sir.
No.
Open your eyes.
Tellers at the Jacksonville bank were immediately suspicious, and I don't know why. Now, Walters, he explained to bank officials that a homeless man named Tito Watts
Tito.
sold him the blank check several
Salsa.
months ago for $100 and told Waters that the check would clear for any amount that he wanted to write it for.
Wow.
Well, Walters
Dream
wanted,
big then, you know what I mean?
lied.
he
mean,
wanted
well.
$368 billion to start an Italian restaurant is what he wanted. He says,
Because you
quote,
can't get enough meatballs.
he
Because
says,
you want fresh lasagna every night.
Every night,
now-
yeah.
Because this guy's making gnocchi? Like, what's happening
yeah,
here?
so
Salsa.
quoting Cracky here, it's always
Cracky
been my
the
dream to own the best Italian restaurant in the earth.
You know he
In
said
the
Italian.
earth.
You know is
He said, of course, he's from Idaho. He said,
Italian.
Walters told police, quote, I am 10% Italian. Cooking authentic Italian food is in
Italian.
my blood, and I plan to make the restaurant 80 million. Wait a minute. I plan to make the restaurant 80 million square feet and able to accommodate 30 million eaters at once.
That's called Italy. It already
Right.
exists.
It's
Right.
called Idly.
Plus, it was going to be totally underwater so people could look at sharks while they ate. Oddly, the bank wouldn't give me the money.
Underwater.
The bank wouldn't give me the money that they owed me. Tito said the check was good for any amount and I wanted to write it for. So blame Tito, not me. I'm as innocent as a schoolgirl. In addition to forgery count, Waters was charged with unlawfully carrying Chinese throwing stars and possessing bath salts. He was released after posting $23,000 bail.
Throwing stars.
Two things.
That's also my favorite.
Two things. A, speaking of Chinese throwing stars, my second fortune cookie Two fortunes.
Oh!
Well, back when that cookie was made, they came with 2 fortunes.
No. Those are all new cookies.
I'll read those to you in a moment. Thing number 2.
That's close. That
The
was very
9-year-old
close,
that
Aaron.
lives in my house also continues on down the margin.
The side of the mug, right.
Yeah, he runs out of space and doesn't go to a new line. No, he just turns the paper and keeps going.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
turn. It's a
fantastic.
kaleidoscope.
Julia, a man in his dream.
Yeah.
It's a subterranean Italian restaurant. You need that much money. Yes, I can.
He had it. Aaron had that.
I have a dream.
An underwater dream, Italia.
You're gonna have some angel hair pasta while watching Shark.
Yes.
Ooh, Shark Week would be totally different for that.
Sure,
wouldn't
in
it?
an underwater $368 billion. That's fantastic.
I thought it was a good story to end on.
Fortune number 1.
That's very
Oh,
The
there's
best
that.
prophet of the future is the past.
Yes.
good. Ah.
Fortune number 2. Wait, it's
Oh,
two
I'm sorry.
add
I'm
two
sorry. I
fortunes
thought
on
you were
my
doing it
cookie.
later, as in like
2
much
things.
later.
Oh, you want me to do a bunch of
No, I don't give a
my
shit.
2 things.
We
I
got
thought
more
I-
cookies.
Maybe on your ride home.
Don't be an asshole.
Can you text that in later or page me?
Al,
Next week. Save it for next
there's always time to try a new path in life.
Oh, and that's
Yeah,
sweet.
isn't that
Oh, well, he's going
nice?
to be an astronaut. Now there's coffee.
I know.
See, look, you've
like
been
that.
validated.
Oh. Is that sexual? I've been punch
In
punch your
bed.
ticket.
I really loved validating
Validate-
you. So you're really gonna start watching Amy Schumer.
Oh.
It is
Apparently.
salsa.
I have
I'm
more.
gonna tell ya.
There's more fortune cookies, by the way, Kat, if we need them.
I saw there was a whole bowl of
There
it.
is a
I'm
whole
excited
bowl.
about it.
Yes, because I've been
That
across.
may be part of my new segment.
Well, because I go to the client in Scottsdale that has great food, and I get a bunch of stuff to go, and for some reason they think I'm having a fucking party. Though
Is it
all
Chop
of
and Walk?
the food for me. No, it's Toddy's Asian Fusion.
No, I've never
it's
tried that.
fantastic.
That sounds racially
Yeah.
insensitive. The chop and walk.
No, that's what it's called. It's Chop and Walk. It's like this whole like Asian food, rock music
Did she win
fusion
a treadmill?
It's also
It's a thing.
at night they do. It's a transgender
They named
surgery center.
themselves-
It's still over here.
There it is.
Still over here. Right here.
Salsa!
Yeah, okay.
I knew somebody was gonna land on it if we kept spinning the dial.
Zing! Speaking of spinning the dial, Al Perkins, I think you're up and ready to go. Are you? Are you?
Sure,
Are you?
sure,
Are you?
sure,
Are you?
sure,
It's a
sure,
jackal.
sure.
It's a jackal. It's a jackal. You ready? You ready? You ready?
Salsa!
He's never ready, so I always like to give him more time.
Because
Well,
if kids are not having any sexual activity, they can't get this disease.
Like Kane.
You see what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
Say I'm
Not a
saying?
bad program.
Like Kane.
Their pay's never gonna get entertainment abridged.
You see what I'm saying?
They can't.
I got nothing.
bullshit.
They're dead people.
There's a dead guy,
There's a new princess.
Shows
Oh,
happen.
there's a new
but
princess.
that's not really entertaining. There's a Jimmy Fallon. There's Pitch Perfect is coming out, so you think you can dance starts. David Letterman has a little non-sentimental TV farewell.
I recorded it last night.
I'm spread over 2 devices
thought-
with here. Then it didn't help.
What happened? Is he here? Is somebody here?
No. I thought some stuff didn't carry over. Then I remembered, I just didn't do much for this.
I'm glad you're committed.
And a girl.
It's
to
just
show
not
up.
been entertainment-wise. It's not been a very exciting
No, but
Season.
I'm also going to need you to explain something when you get through it. I want you
Okay.
to touch on the Met Awards or the Met Gala.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Met
yeah.
Gala.
I was very confused by
and
that.
again, and it's one of those things where it's just pretty pictures, but nothing really happens there. But Pitch Perfect 2 opens this weekend, and I'm very excited. It looks very
I'm
funny.
excited.
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Aka. Well played.
And
Salsa.
so you think you can
So
dance
good.
starts back June 1st. Mary Murphy is gone for some reason. There's some kind of drama that no one's talking about.
She's the choreographer, right?
She's the ballroom dance expert.
She's the
Right.
one who looks like Marie Osmond. I
Yes,
think.
oh, very much so.
Yeah, I think.
But she's a lot of fun. and
Wrong
she-
person. I was
Yeah.
thinking.
So
of.
sometimes she's way too excited and you want to kick her in the head or stab her, and then
Yeah.
sometimes she's just really it's very heartfelt and she really encourages them and gives them good advice. But Paula Abdul starts.
Oh, really?
Because Paula Abdul's been invited to be on the show since the very first season. That Nigel Lithgow has wanted her on.
I love her more than is normal.
Yeah, I do. I call her the Paula. We're
Yeah.
a big fan of the Paula over on this side of the table too.
I'm just surprised that she came back onto a show like that.
Well,
Like,
she's
because
had an
of being
open
from
invitation, and she's subbed a few times here and there, but now she's there from the thing. And they're going to keep the same 3 judges. They're not going to do all the guest judges, which sucks because they're a lot of fun. Christina Applegate was always one of my favorites,
Yeah.
and Jesse Tyler Ferguson was always a great guest judge on there because they're all into it. You know what I mean? And the third guy is a singer who used to be trained in tap, and I can't think of his name, and I don't feel like looking it up. So Google
Good
it.
work.
Get on that. So now,
Way to go, Meredith.
Yeah, thanks. Salsa. Jimmy Fallon had a big show planned with U2 about 6 months ago, and then Bono got hit on his bike.
On his bike, had a
Central
wreck,
Park,
right?
Had a wreck, was very badly injured, and so they have been getting everything ready for their appearance May 8th, and it's been this big deal. They actually performed in the subway at 42nd Street. Hey, Anant.
Hi, Nat.
So they performed in the subway. There's all these viral videos going around of everything, and it's all in preparation for all the stuff they're going to do for the full hour with Jimmy Fallon.
Okay. He's very funny.
And he's very funny, and he's just one of those people that's having way more fun than any of the rest of us in life. Like, just seems to love his job. And speaking of that, if you're not watching James Corden, is that his name?
Oh, the Late Late
The
Show.
Late Show.
I have only seen pieces of it.
He is.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's talking
In the
about-
car with Jennifer Hudson is still killing me. I watch it once a
Oh,
day.
and now you got to watch him do "I've Had the Time of My Life" with Idina Menzel.
Oh,
when the
God.
guy in the
Oh,
couch
I saw
is-
the clip to that one.
Yeah, the guy in the couch is the guy from Silicon Valley. And so he's sitting there all bored because they're singing "I've Had the Time of My Life," and they leave him on the couch by himself, and he's like looking around like, why is no one talking to me? And they sing, Idina Menzel and him sing "I've Had the Time of My Life," and just kill it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, and then
He's
the dancers
hilarious.
in the background are doing the dance from Dirty Dancing. He's just so game, so much fun.
A week or
He's
so
just a
ago,
delight.
he had on, I know I'm going to screw the name up. I can't think of it. Ducky from Pretty in Pink and reenacted the
Oh,
entire scene,
the scene
of in the
from-
record store.
Sure.
Try
Fantastic.
a little tenderness.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Funny stuff.
He really is. He's just been a delight so far, and
Well, and what was it that he did with Beckham underwear? Didn't he do a thing with,
with
David
the-
Beckham
with David
the
Beckham?
underwear? That was like one of the early things that I think kind of
and he did
drew
Arnold
people in. Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger, yep.
All his movies in 6 minutes, they reenacted, and James Corden is in drag. It's funny.
It's
funny.
hilarious.
It's really nicely done, and again,
He's
it's
very
just someone
funny.
having fun and a lot of talent. And I love, and the fact that he can really sing.
Yeah.
The little hidden talent that he has going, so he can play with all of them because he can sing.
I caught a segment that he did the other night where he was wanting everything that we're bringing back and things we're getting rid of, like current things that don't need to be around anymore, but we're bringing back like the Air Jordan pump shoes, a bunch of other stuff from the 80s that were more fun and more cool.
Yeah.
It was a funny segment for those of you of a certain age who get all that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. He's in the game. He's just fun, and he's like Fallon. He just whatever's fun and funny,
Right.
he'll do.
Yeah, and they're just and
Why
they're.
are you surprised that he sings well? Or
I'm not
are you-
surprised.
You
I
don't-
like
okay.
that.
It's
I like
not
that.
touted.
You're
It's not
unlike-
touted that that's his talent.
It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
It's
a
a-
lot of people don't know who he is.
sure.
They're not sure of who he is or what he's doing there because
Okay.
he's
Who's
from
this guy with
he's
the
from
accent?
Broadway. One Man, Two
Right.
Governors, which is playing at
Right.
Phoenix Theater starting I think in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
One Man, Two Governors, and that was his introduction
what
to
Aaron had
America.
said, right.
And then he was in the movie about the guy from the X Factor in England. That was like this guy that lived with his parents and was a real shy recluse. And then he turned out to be an opera singer. He went on
Oh, I didn't know
America's
that.
Got
Okay.
Talent, and he won, and he sang opera, and he got an opera scholarship. So he's got these fun
and
Into the
Woods.
Woods. But it's just one of those things that it's not like the whole
That's where
world
people
knows it.
know.
He's doing these little
Right,
niche
right.
things that all of a
Okay.
sudden now he's on late night TV, and like even Jennifer Hudson, when he hits the note with her and he harmonizes, she's like,
whoa.
oh whoa, and I wouldn't, yeah, and it just makes it more fun.
That's
Sure.
my favorite thing about Jennifer Hudson, though, is if you ever like watch her sing when she surprises the shit out of herself.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen her do
Yeah.
that? She's like
I
hitting the
have.
note, she's hitting the note, and then like her whole head shakes, and she's like
I
pops back.
feel that.
Exactly. She's like, oh damn, I
Damn,
can
I'm
sing.
good.
Jesus.
Give me that Oscar again.
That's my
Jesus. There we go.
favorite is Jennifer
That's
Hudson
funny.
because her eyes get all wide and the note belts out, and she just bam. Carry on.
So, and I have, of course, I try to do it every month, but there's absolutely nothing. I have my new on Netflix in May, and then I read the list, and there was nothing worth recommending on Netflix. Netflix streaming
shitty,
is just
shitty.
the shittiest $8 you've ever spent. If you're not getting the DVDs, cancel that service. Get Amazon Prime. Get Hulu Plus.
I have all of the above. I enjoy the Netflix for the holy crap, I never watched this show. I'm
Right,
gonna
like a
watch it
TV
all at
show.
once.
But
Yeah.
then you got to make sure they got the rights, and there's just, but they release stuff, and I'm like, oh, everybody's already seen that. There's like nothing
Yeah.
new where it's like part 8 of something, or I don't know, it's crap.
All of the gay standards were on last month. It was like Steel Magnolias and Fried Green Tomato. Like they were all like lined up in one.
Oh,
like,
were they really?
And Netflix was suggesting them for me.
Well, they knows you.
They know me.
But
Thank
fried
you.
green tomatoes get painful.
Does
It
your
sure does.
profile have you as a male? I don't know. I just was curious. I'm asking for a friend.
That's really funny.
One of the funny things about I wanted you to have as your theme song "Boy" by Book of Love. I want to be where the boys are. But
I don't know that I know that one.
loud because I'm not a boy. Anyways, listen to it. And I lost interest in singing that halfway through.
gonna put it on
and then,
Spotify right now.
Now I know that the lady from Star Trek died, but I don't cover deaths about
Who
people
from
that I
Star
didn't.
Trek died?
Aaron,
you're a nerd. Who
was
died?
born.
no, he put it up there.
You already had it up there.
He had it up
Oh,
there.
was it?
It's down a
he
little
was
bit.
talking about Jane, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the one
Voyager.
that died this week that I honestly thought he died a while ago, which is one of the great, and I hope you. Yeah, Book of Love.
Is this my song?
Yeah,
From 85.
Who sings it?
Book
Boy.
of Love. The song's called Boy.
Oh.
I'm into it already.
All
So
right.
am I.
I want to be
awesome.
where the boys are. Anyways,
Oh, I found it. Add to playlist.
I think your song should be "I Know What Boys Like, I Know What Boys Want."
no, but
And I just think
it's all about.
the irony in it. Because actually, you do know what boys like, and you do know what boys want.
I just don't want to give it to them.
Grace Lee Whitney died from Star Trek. No, this is about I want to be where the boys are, but I'm not allowed. I want to play in the boys' bars, but I'm not allowed because I'm not a boy. I'm not
Oh,
a boy.
I got you. Well, then I'm gonna add it to my playlist.
But there's a boy in the
entitled-
video playing chimes in the background.
Yeah, because it's Book of Love. They're the ones. Remember, we were at the bar the one day, and I was there for industrial night, and I wanted them to play. This is the band that does Tubular
the
Bells.
Tubular
from The
Bells,
Exorcist, the Exorcist song that leads in Mother, and then it leads into I Touch Roses or whatever it's called.
Sure.
Whatever.
Oh, it's great music.
right.
Anyways,
Alright,
so
boy has been added to my playlist.
But the song that I thought you would have queued up for his death was Benny King Dies, and honestly, one of the most beautiful songs ever. And I remember when I moved out here, I wasn't a fan of most of the music on the radio.
I like that for a cue, bitch.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, way to be on it.
No commercial. That's how we got it there.
Almost there.
Anyway, continue on.
But I just remember being in my car and driving from place to place, and this was on Cool FM Oldies, and I don't know if it's that little scratch
I think it is.
or
There's
his
something-
voice or the
Oh.
tempo or but something about this song just fucking struck me, and then the movie came out and I was destroyed by that movie.
Yes.
And that
I
movie
agree.
was just devastating, and then it's in that, and
You won't
and
have
I
friends
just
like you did when you were 12.
when you were 12, Jesus, does anyone? I mean, just that whole thing just brings a tear to my eye. And he co-wrote the song with Lieber and Stoller, so it's in Smokey Joe's Cafe, and just and it's one of those songs that back in the 80s, I would ask people, I'm like, do you remember where you were when you first heard this song?
I could not tell you.
No, not you, because it's not the 80s anymore, but I would ask people from that era, like people from the 60s. Like
I don't
people,
want you to just poo-poo me off to the side, but I
No,
just
no,
don't
no.
remember.
yeah. So I was just asking people that were older, like where were you when you first heard this? Like I'm hearing it as an oldie, but like was this should have been your prom song, your like
Because this is from 61.
your wedding song? Like there should have been no part of your life that this song was not playing. 'Cause it's
Right.
so, and it could be from any era. This could be 40 years old, or it could be like
yesterday.
a year old.
Last
Yeah,
week, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Totes.
But and co-wrote it, and it's
Totes
based
stand.
It's based on a religious song, and Lieber and
didn't know
Stoller had him in the studio because he was singing singing songs to them, whatever. And they asked if he had anything else because they liked his voice, and he said, "Well, I'm working on something that's kind of based on a religious song."
Oh my
And
god,
so
it's
they-
like that scene in Walk the Line where Johnny Cash and they're like, "Show me something real."
Which song is real?
Yeah.
Which song is it?
What, the one that they played that was
Yeah.
real? It was Folsom Prison, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
With
say
the
too,
train.
but I didn't want to say it.
Like, I'm pretty sure it was Folsom Prison. Yeah.
But
That's from the movie Walk the Line. Right?
Yes,
Right.
with Joaquin Phoenix.
I have not seen that, but I do want to because
Joaquin.
I do enjoy some Johnny Cash.
I sort of love that movie more.
No, it's
than
a
I should.
really
Yeah,
good movie.
It's good.
So it was. This is entertainment, and you can't tell by the way I'm talking. So I mean, it was just very sad, and to hear the story, and then hear the people.
I think that should be our new tagline of our show. You miss an hour, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Plus, I think we're corrupting Annette slowly over time.
I love it.
Which is
Salsa.
fabulous.
Annette loves it too.
Remember, Annette?
Can't wait to meet.
Abstinence only. So,
In Texas.
or you get chlamydia.
Or you get the clap.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Well, okay, so no one knows the tune. Drink more, it helps.
I think it's only 4 claps.
So,
Wait. Our side, right? Good night. Deep in the. Okay, let's
4
get it.
claps. 4 claps.
Okay.
I got it right. I was on the rhythm.
Okay.
Did I
We were
clap more?
together. So,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look, maybe it's a chair. Katie June Jr. is over there.
maybe it's the chair.
Maybe
So
it's
then,
the eye contact.
To finish it off, and
Something.
if you, I was hoping that someone would watch it, and I crammed it in this afternoon using my salsa.
And see. Oh.
Well, honey, you got to get it in somehow.
We all sleep alone now.
Yeah. Sooner or
doesn't-
later. Sooner or
Oh
later.
my
If it
God.
doesn't fit, cram it in.
Yeah.
If it doesn't
cram
fit,
in.
force it. Woo!
But David Letterman is never gonna do a sappy, feely, have everyone come
No,
out
it's
and
not
tell
his
how great he
thing,
is.
no.
Oh.
He's not gonna cry on TV.
So they did a primetime special hosted by Ray Romano.
He did once.
Who he discovered.
9/11, the week after 9/11.
Oh well, everybody cried on TV
and
that
his
week.
doctors.
I mean,
Yeah,
he,
he
And his doctors.
and his doctor. He's cried a few times
All
out
right.
there, and the couple of pictures of his son. He cried a
Yeah,
little bit.
that's
But
true.
not about praising himself.
No, you're right.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But the one thing where he's crying, he's kicking the desk underneath to keep it from coming. Like you could hear him kicking the desk to stop himself from tearing
I
up. Like
watched it. What was it?
I recorded. I have not seen it
I
yet.
think
Yeah.
it was. I think it was about introducing the doctors and nurses,
Oh,
where he
yeah, yeah,
takes
yeah.
a second and you can hear
And
him.
you can-
he
he
goes
stops,
quiet and
right,
you can
right,
hear him underneath, like kicking the
Yeah.
desk to get his composure back.
You're
It
right.
was really sad. It was so good and so funny, and Ray
love
Romano
it.
hosted it, and it was a clip show. And what did they say? 18,000 guests,
Mm-hmm.
6,000 shows, all these clips, and they had to cut it down to like a heartbeat of time
Yeah.
to get you to, and they just got you to laugh, and it was like laugh out loud, snorting, funny.
It was very
and the
funny.
very few commercial breaks, maybe 6 commercial breaks, maybe 2 commercials per. Like there was nothing to skip through,
No.
and it is just chock full of like.
His reactions
Oh
are
yeah,
just that where-
stupid human tricks, stupid pet tricks.
But he does a lot of what I love in you guys, where because Tomo,
You like us?
I've never said anything
2 things.
stupid, and so like when I say something stupid as say Rose or just Marnie or Margaret or whomever, you guys will stop and be like. And that's what Letterman does, and seeing that's what I love in you guys, and that's what I've always loved about him, is that it isn't that he bursts out laughing.
Oh, it's
it's
dry
Oh, yeah.
super dry, where he just kind of, okay.
That's what
And
I've
he
always
gets
liked
ya.
about Newhart.
Oh yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah.
You'll deliver a line and he'll just boom. You
Yeah.
get nothing and he'll just come up with one dry comeback and that's all you get. And Letterman does the same thing. Last night when he was interviewing Obama is on this whole long speech and it was really a great interview. I mean, it was really nice. A couple nights ago, Michelle was on, President Obama was on last night. And the whole goes through this entire thing and Letterman says, I have a question for you. He goes, is America the first country you've presidented?
And I
Just
think he said,
dry.
and I feel like yes, and the last.
Yeah, and the last, yes.
Yeah. Just get it under my belt. But it was very rewarding, and it one of the funniest clips that they introduced, and I absolutely just forgot about all the shit that they used to do. So they have, and as far as I know, they haven't done it in a while. But they don't give it the title card that the rest of them had. He's just like, oh my God, we just shut down 53rd Avenue again.
I know.
And then
And the
you're
crazy
you're
shit.
wondering what they did. Well, they used to close. And do you remember when they used to drop shit off the top
Of the building, yes.
They had all the shit that they dropped off the top of the
Paint and
building,
watermelons
paint and
and-
watermelons, and
TVs.
dropping TVs.
Yeah, the old
bowling
TVs.
balls onto
Yeah.
old like the
Cars.
Fiero.
Yes.
They dropped a bowling ball onto the Fieros, human cannonballs.
Yep.
They had pitchers throwing pitches into breaking windows across the
I
way.
recall that.
They had the softball girl from the Olympics
Yeah.
throw a softball to see if she could break the window of the deli. And
Golfers. I mean, it didn't.
every sport to see if they could get it across and break a window.
And just
Then they
fuck
had
with people.
They had
I
a
mean-
golfer tee off, and then it went completely wrong. And David goes, "Like, I think you just killed that guy." And it was hysterical because whoever the golfer was goes, "Oh, I think I did." And you're just wondering because the camera was like where it was supposed to go, and they're looking over here where the ball went.
And
It's like, oh my
what surprised me very much was Larry Bud Melman.
I had forgotten
I
about
love-
him.
Loved.
How the hell am I supposed to know?
What's happening? I mean, he
That's
was,
entertainment.
but he was hysterical. He was also NBC, right? I mean,
Well, that was Bud Melman. I don't think Melman even crossed over to CBS.
no.
I think
but
Melman was.
he's crossed over since, but
Yeah.
he is not.
I think he died shortly after. Maybe.
But
no, he lived a while
was,
longer.
I thought that was a big deal.
Yeah,
for
his coming over to the late his coming over to the late
NBC to
show was a
CBS.
big deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! But there was just
And that
so
you
many
couldn't
things.
bring certain things with.
Well,
and
NBC
there
owns
was-
part of it.
Right.
Yeah, because that's
right.
how we all learned about intellectual property until Kimmy Schmidt drove it home.
Apparently.
Oh my
Aaron
god!
loves that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fucking kill me.
but that was I enjoyed that.
Well, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to watching it certainly
Yeah.
because, like I said, I have it.
And did you DVR the Obama thing, or did you say you watched?
I
it?
record Letterman every night, so I have the full thing.
okay.
I just happened to catch half of it, and I watched the latter half of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back and watch the beginning.
And I enjoyed that too. So,
But so watch
Good
it.
night,
Find
Jenny.
Find it on. Good night.
good night, darling.
Salsa, Jenny, salsa.
Salsa.
Find it on CBS. However you get
On
your
demand
CBS.
or
However you
however.
self-identify with your CBS.
What
but
about the wedding
Hulu
singer dying? Because that's a big deal. The rapper Granny.
Oh,
at
Granny!
101.
I know,
God,
but
that was.
But I
funny.
leave them to all of you. If I don't know them, I'm certainly not going to do a good obituary
you have
for them.
Seen that, haven't you?
Yeah, but I mean, I did. I
Oh
don't.
my god, it was just cute. It was just very funny. The rapper, the wedding rapper, and the wedding singer.
I'm familiar. The old lady with the meatballs.
She's
Yeah.
101.
Well, it was
not
time.
Meatballs. She was old as fuck 10 years ago when that movie came out. Like, she's still alive? Oh my god.
So now I hope they do. I hope CBS gives up all hope again and does what they did with the Late Show, where they just let random people that had no stake in the game and they didn't care about ratings because they weren't selling to advertisers.
They're letting anybody host it.
And a friend of mine
That was funny.
hated it.
I think it was a great
she
idea.
was so offended by it. I'm like, don't you get it? They don't care.
Nobody cares,
So
right.
everybody just comes on for an hour and does whatever the fuck they want and brings it. You have to be famous enough to have 3 friends or
Right.
2 friends in a band. And it was fantastic.
I think it's a
for the
great
couple
idea.
Weeks. So I'm hoping they're going to do that because he can't start till Colbert doesn't start till September.
Oh, I think they'll just rerun the hell out of it.
Yeah, but so if you get a chance, it was so much fun. And then he did a Friends segment, and he did his but they had Cher on there for when Cher called him an asshole.
Oh my god, that was funny.
They did the Oprah log, and that's when I was really
Drew
watching
Barrymore, the Oprah log.
The
was
Oprah-
When
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore flashed him on the, but that was at NBC if I'm not mistaken.
It may have
She
been.
was young, yeah.
Yeah, it was. They showed stuff back into the
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, they
So, I
they
mean,
went back to
they
the,
went way
they went back to daytime. They
Yeah.
did stuff from when he was a daytime.
Did you
yeah.
happen to see it the other
And
night when
Weatherman.
Steve Martin was on and they showed the video that Steve Martin and him made of Steve and Dave's gay vacation?
Oh. I forgot about that too. That wasn't
That's
on
funny.
this.
It
No.
wasn't.
Oh,
I
it
forgot
wasn't?
about
No,
that.
no part of it? Oh.
No.
They
Steve
showed
Martin was on,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was very funny. The other they showed that entire clip of them on the beach when they're all
Oh my
playing
God, no, I
volleyball and doing
forgot
stupid
about
shit
that.
and Steve Martin pats David's ass. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
That's
But now
funny.
now he's the longest running the person with the longest career in late night television.
And just
He surpassed everybody, and justifiably so. And he did a nice tribute to Johnny Carson.
oh, that's
They had Madonna
Which
with
was
the cigar,
wonderful, yeah.
where she hated him, and she
Yep.
wasn't. She was just not playing. She was being just a total cunt to
Yep.
him, and he wins her over.
Yeah.
And they showed the beginning with the cigar and her calling it, like, just saying "fuck" over and over and over again because she didn't want to be on there.
Yep. And he's like, bleep, bleep. Okay, everybody.
And then
yeah.
by the end, she's laughing in the chair and having a good time. And then they show how many times she came back and they became friends, but she just did not like him at first. So it's just fun stuff. but he does Bill Murray. There's Bill Murray, Julia Roberts,
Tom Hanks.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld, which was interesting because I hadn't.
So
paid
he had his
attention to
like
that,
5 close friends that always came back, but they didn't
and
mention.
I don't remember who that.
And a lot of them filled in for him when he was off with the heart surgery.
Right.
He showed a
The only time
a
people-
special short thing with Joan Rivers.
Oh, and
which
Joan
was
Rivers,
very cool.
and she was just on there too. It turns out she was on just before she
2014.
died. Yeah,
Yeah, so that was it was neat. That was fun to watch.
yeah,
It was fun to watch.
It was a good time. So that's all I got for entertainment because they need to up this movie game. Because I mean, until this weekend, there is nothing getting me.
Yeah,
I cannot watch one more super fucking hero.
Yeah, but people are
cartoon
a
fly
little
around.
up in arms about that. What's the deal with the superhero thing? Because I honestly don't know. I've just seen flashes.
The Avengers?
They found a
I think
memo.
it's about the Avengers.
They found a
or
memo
Marvel,
from
something,
the Marvel
I don't know.
CEO writing to Sony back in the Sony scandal that he didn't want female superheroes.
Oh,
Okay.
sure, because
Like,
the
I
dreams
saw
of
a
Wonder
lot of
Woman
things
movie are
about-
dying, is what you're saying?
I have,
wow.
but no, Wonder Woman's DC Comics though. She's
Yeah.
not Marvel.
I don't know.
And but there was something about women and that women are.
But it's one of those things like
fucking
those
uptight
movies are
about
just it's
something.
just the same fucking thing over and over and over again.
Well, and the
like Iron Man 1 was kind of entertaining. Captain
did I just-
America, I
Because I
sat
think
through
Robert
because the
Downey
guy's
Jr. is
hot.
entertaining.
Yeah, but Iron Man 2 was atrocious.
Oh, I didn't see it.
was-
Iron Man 2. Okay.
It was
I saw the
unsit
first one. I
throughable.
thought it was very.
Oh, I
good.
did too. So
Yeah.
I went in with good faith and
Yep.
pleasant dreams, and oh my god.
I think they're
good.
getting too invested in the big fight scene.
Yeah,
like-
and that's what Iron Man 2 was. It was a big fucking fight scene
Yeah,
where they
'cause
just
I went
destroy
to see-
everything and they fight for like 2 hours.
I went to see the Superman with like cutie boy,
And they fight and destroy the whole city, and you're like,
seriously.
it's been 20 minutes of this
Right.
fight.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I did the same thing. I just went and saw like Fast 7 or whatever. I
Oh.
fell asleep. They're driving through the mountains. I wake up. They're still driving through the fucking mountains. I didn't miss a
It
goddamn
was
thing. I
like
had
Cars,
a very
only
nice
not
nap.
animated.
Yeah.
Whew, I think we're
I'm
done
just not
with.
interested in any of those.
Yeah.
I think we're done with Al's entertainment section. We're going to come back and
You
try
had
to
a
get
question,
through.
maybe? After? You said you had a question when we started?
I did.
How long will this be?
Wait, well, wasn't
Let's
it?
see if I can get back to that.
All right.
What was the question? How did this start?
Why do I have
How did your
another-
segment start? Do I have a question? What was my question about?
Oh, so
Well, let's see if we can get to it. Come back after the crossover and see if I remember what the fuck I was
or
going to
the
ask
commercial.
him. Anyway, we'll be back. Here we go.
Commercials are good.
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's The Show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Hello again, everybody. 9:01 on the old atomic clock. This is the show. It's Tuesday night. It's Cinco de Mayo. For those of you who don't
Cinco de
realize,
Drinko.
salsa is our word.
Salsa!
Salsa.
Your margarita just needs ice. They're all mixed and ready.
Oh, I need more. Oh, I thought you meant this margarita just needs ice. No, I got ice.
No, I can see your glass from here.
I believe what Al is saying is that if you went to the kitchen and put
And got-
ice and then margarita into your
Oh.
glass, it would be a very,
These are very,
very
good things to know.
buffet-like self-serve
It's a
type
cooking show.
scenario.
This is the Man Network.
Let me see how that works,
Scenario.
right? I love a scenario almost as much as I love an antithesis.
How about a
Or
schema?
salsa.
How about a schema? Like a schema?
It sounds like an eating disorder.
Ischemia?
No, a schema.
That's what. See, it
No.
sounds like an eating disorder.
A schema
What's
is
in
like
a schema?
is like a layout or a plan. Like, what's your schema to get this done? It's like,
Like
a
a
schematic.
schematic?
Like a schematic, but they call it a schema.
I
like
thought
your plan.
schema
your
was what
organization.
you had if you didn't clean properly
No,
and you were circumcised.
we used to have a client up in Flagstaff who was an interesting individual, and that was his word. He would always try to use the word schema. It's like, well, I don't understand how you're coming in. What's your
Schema.
schema? What's your plan? Just say what's your plan, dumbass.
I'm going to have to Google that word.
Schema. SCHEMA. Schema.
Well,
Enjoy that.
I would Google if I could, friend.
Are you back on yet, Cat
No,
Carlson?
I rebooted and everything.
Oh, you shouldn't have to.
I got
reboot.
nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Why
Hang
is
on.
this doing this?
Let me dump out.
For those of you that lost everything, apparently for some fucked up reason, our wonderful internet service provider has decided to do upgrades in the middle of the night. We're off again.
And by middle of the night, we mean
Now.
9 p.m.
Now we're offline again. So
Oh, good.
Well, we have to keep doing the show because we're recording it, for
Well,
God's
thanks,
sake.
listeners.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to... I'm still limited. I got nothing.
Yeah, well,
We can dive into... I remember some of my shit
we're
show. I
100%
actually researched.
We're 100% down anyway. I mean, I'm completely down
This
right now.
is going to be a fascinating download later.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, depending on how that comes
How
together.
long this happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see if I can get this. Oh, I can't because I can't do anything with network. So we're still recording. It doesn't matter.
All right.
We got two
away.
choices. We can either stop the entire show.
Let's not do that.
Or let's just keep going.
We're just going to... No, we're going to go on with a little shit
Well,
show action.
Oh, our shit show is like this. Where is your... Oh, you know what? We got to get a news open for you, but here it goes.
We sure do. So on tonight's shit show, I have no paperwork and no internet access, so this ought to be a lot of fun because I hold all of my things on Pinterest. Oh, I can do it through my phone. Wait.
Oh, yeah, better.
Oh, stand by.
Sure.
I have topics on Dr. Ben Carson. I have some funny stuff from Twitter. I have the closing of a casino. And something else that I really wanted to talk about. I will tell you about it soon.
Okay, you talk about that next shift. I'm going to go check
the,
something in the other room.
Go
Thank you, honey.
check something. Oh,
You
being
wanna talk
sued
about
if
the
you
gay
were gay.
lawsuit?
Yes, I sure do.
Yep.
Hang on, I'm using the... Oh. All right, so we're going to go to... Do you remember the story at all? Because I've got no internet access and I'm
Yeah.
I remember the woman's from Nebraska.
Yep. Chicken Nebraska is going to sue people because it's a sin due to Leviticus.
Yes.
Something.
And this is a fascinating fucking show.
I think it's
God
fascinating.
help me.
Well, I think you're fascinating.
Well,
Does anyone else think
Nobody's
that's
listening
fascinating?
because we're not online at all.
Anyone?
Nobody's happening
See, but
at
that
all.
means no one fascinating.
Yeah,
No,
nobody's
nothing,
complaining.
nothing.
Nobody's nothing.
Ah, we do like that.
They're in the chat room going, "What the fuck is happening?"
But I can't get in the chat room.
Yeah, nobody can get in the chat room.
Wait a minute. There has to be.
We're not online at all. All right.
Well, send something to Dawn.
And tell her to...
Send something to Dawn or to Harrison to say to give people
All right.
the news.
Stuck with my pants down, but I've got...
Awkward.
I know. Don't look.
I'm just looking
Don't
at
look.
your back. What does it say?
Not okay. Hashtag that is not okay. Okay, so
right
let's talk about facts here about being sued for being gay. An Auburn woman, Auburn, Nebraska, calling herself an ambassador for God. Oh, that's my other favorite topic. Bacon ambassador.
Okay. All right then, sir.
An Auburn woman calling herself an ambassador for God and his son, Jesus Christ, filed a federal lawsuit Friday against all homosexuals.
All.
Yeah. Sylvia Driscoll.
Everyone.
One of us.
All of us.
All of them.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
Sylvia Driscoll, 66, said in the suit that she is petitioning the U.S. District Court of Omaha to be heard, quote, in the matter of homosexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Is homosexuality a sin
Totally.
or not a
Indeed.
sin? End quote.
Sir or ma'am.
It depends on if you're doing it right. That's gonna be my final.
What does the back
final
of her
answer.
shirt say? What does
In
the
a
back of her shirt
right,
say?
it.
That's all I'm saying.
Stop it with the back of my shirt.
Just throwing it out there. The end.
You're making it awkward.
Well,
Refresh browsers.
In a 7-page letter framed as a lawsuit, she cited Bible passages that described homosexuality as an abomination. We all know the passages from Leviticus. And, hey, internet access, that's good. And said... What'd she say? And said, never before...
she said gays are bad.
Never before has the nation been so besieged by sin.
Not besieged, besieged.
Not by siege, no, because that's an orgy.
Apparently an orgy, yeah. So I don't want people to get confused.
I would anticipate that her lawsuit is intending to do exactly what it did and get people to talk about it and will be promptly thrown out of the Nebraska court system.
And how can you even what makes the story even more fucked up than the usual religious fucknuts is like, how are you gonna are you gonna come to my house? Are you gonna serve me? Are you gonna come to my house?
Right. How are you going to find all the homosexuals to sue?
Are you gonna do your jurisdiction? Is it county? Is it state? Do you need our new attorney general, whose name I don't quite have yet, to
Loretta Lynch?
Loretta Lynch, exactly.
That sounds plausible.
Had that queued up.
I don't know, but that story came to us from Aaron in L.A.
Coal miner's daughter.
And as this woman is the ambassador from God, I want you to know that there's a job opening for a bacon ambassador.
Oh,
Bacon!
Al's on board.
That's right.
That's right, bitches.
Okay, somebody hijacked my thing and said, "Sorry, we are fucked." I did not type that.
I did not type that either. I thought, what are you writing?
Into what happened?
Somebody
is this chat
used
room?
under my name. It came up, "Sorry, we are fucked," and that wasn't me.
That sucks. Was your
I know.
voice recognition-y shit on? Did you accidentally hit the little microphone
No,
thing?
no, I
'Cause
didn't.
I've done that more than once on my phone, and
And
all of a
you
sudden it's like,
record me.
oh,
No, right, and Aaron says, "What are the damages she's suing for?" It's such a vague lawsuit.
It's really just a letter from homophobic
It's
Sally.
attention-seeking behavior.
yeah,
right.
oh,
That's
well,
it.
Jesus, somebody's
No,
sobered
but
up.
I mean, that's all it is. Is
Yeah.
that 9 out of 10 times? That's
Yeah.
all this
Right.
shit is people running around saying "Hey, look at me! I'm going to be a part of this too," and it's bullshit. It's so stupid. I digress.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I anticipate it to go nowhere and be thrown completely out because the lawsuit does not state any damages and it does not do anything but quote Leviticus and say, is homosexuality a sin or not a sin? And that's not up to the judges to decide, not up to the courts to decide, not up for her to decide, not up for anybody to decide.
Yeah, there's
Because it's fun, and 2, it's fun.
because I want to go appear in court. I want my
Oh my god, to face
what's her face Carrington moment from Alexis Carrington moment from Dynasty,
Oh my God, wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
or do my whole the boardroom scene from Mama Rose. What's that movie called?
Field trip.
Mommy
We're going.
dearest.
Mommy Dearest.
Don't fuck with me, fellas.
No, this ain't my first time at the rodeo. Because you just want to go to
I'm
Nebraska
gonna
and
put you
say that.
all, and I will fire you all on the spot.
Yeah, I think
And
that
replace you all
maybe
with a
we have all
board
been
that
without
can.
internet for a while because all these messages just
Yeah, no,
Just-
it started just before the segment rolled.
that is so
Anyway.
funny.
From the ambassador to God to the ambassador of bacon.
All right, and I want to be nominated
Do you like bacon?
a little bit.
You like bacon, but do you love bacon? Because if you do, Canadians.
I don't like Canadian bacon.
Oh,
Wait.
I do.
A Canadian-
Yeah.
Quote, consumer protein company, Maple Leaf Foods Incorporated, is looking for a bacon ambassador. What is a bacon ambassador, you ask? Well,
I did ask.
I'll say it right now.
it's a job for someone who, quote, loves everything bacon and wants to tell all Canadians about it through leading marketing, communications, creative promotions, recipes, and more. EMAS, if you will.
Oh.
Salsa.
Oh.
I'll give you a serious judicial salsa.
This from a press release from Maple Leaf's vice president. The job would put you in charge of running Maple Leaf's bacon business, pictured below. You
Well,
would be.
I don't see any bacon business down there. I've looked.
Nothing crispy and burnt.
Proud to say no.
Oh, good for you.
You would be responsible for providing, quote, expert knowledge of brand, consumer interactions,
We have
Product
some name
innovation.
brand in our chat room. Not today.
all for diverse and innovative bacon pipeline.
Ooh.
Can I get in your bacon
Oh,
pipeline?
I'd like to taste your
apply-
bacon pipeline.
Pipeline.
Refresh me.
It's back to the pipeline counter for me. What happened? What do you need to do? What happened? What do you need to do?
No, it's refreshed now. You're good. Interested parties can apply for the
guy.
job of bacon ambassador
Yeah, 9/11.
at www.mapleleafcareers.com.
Oh,
Bacon ambassador is
I'm
a
almost
job.
tempted now that I've seen the whole field. Well, you're gonna get there in a minute. Let me save that for a minute later.
Bring it on.
Needs the whole field.
No, because you're gonna introduce something later that will make my Maple Leaf comment more specific.
The whole time. The whole time.
The old time.
Moving right along. Did you know the Riviera is closing?
Yeah, it
Or
already
closed. It's
closed.
gone yesterday.
Noon Monday.
fix that.
After
Yes.
60 years on the Las Vegas Strip, the aging Riviera Hotel and Casino is no
I don't know where
more.
the other one is.
Yeah.
Sad
That
day.
is very sad.
Close their hours at noon on Monday, the year of our Lord 2015, May the 4th.
Otherwise known as yesterday for those of you
May
listening
the
today.
4th be with you.
May the 4th be. I sent a lot of those nerdy text messages yesterday. I did. There was a cute one with dogs dressed up as like Vader and Leia. Anyway,
Now you're updated.
Well, good for
And
you.
I'd like to lose some listeners here. May I? May I just?
Shocking.
I decided last week, every 10 years or so, I try to get on board again and try to figure out what I'm missing. I watch Star Wars. It's my every
Aaron,
10 years
just go ahead
drive.
and close down your just.
That movie is just fuck a hell boring. Oh my god.
I
It
love
has its
that.
moments.
I love it.
Well, I don't think it was boring in '77.
No, it was boring. I mean,
To you.
I didn't see it in '77.
I saw it when it was in the theater.
Yeah, I did too. And
I remember riding in the
also
back of
know
the
that
truck.
what they're
Swear to
pushing
God.
now.
I'm pretty sure I saw The Empire Strikes Back from the back of a Chevy Citation.
What they're pushing now
girl.
on
Not that fun. I
on
think I was
video.
6 and it was like a sleepover drive-in
different.
thing.
Not salsa.
Oh yeah. So what they're pushing now
I'm like-
is one of George Lucas's 19 million revisions and revised and updated versions. But that opening, walking through the desert with the two robots, goes on and on and on, and it never fucking stops. And on. It's still playing. I got to the end of the scene. And then they
Really?
escape from the garbage dump and they get away, and then all of a sudden, bam, without any plot or any writing, Luke's part of the team that's going back to kill the Death Star because they've got the plans. I'm like, I know we've talked about training, but has he seen this plane? Does he know what he's doing?
He's
Are we
Luke
up to
fucking
speed?
Skywalker.
It's okay.
and
You're
he had the
safe.
Yoda
I thought
moment.
Aaron was a huge Star Wars, but I thought
No,
it was
he's a Star Trek. No,
Fuck.
totally
No, I knew,
different.
No, I knew that.
Do not
I
get
know.
them confused.
No. I
You will
knew
be
that.
murdered by a nerd. If you're
No,
ever
but-
worried
Yeah,
about being
but-
murdered by a nerd.
Time.
Fight
Yeah.
now, you
I
should.
knew that.
Yeah.
I knew
But
that.
I just got to tell
I
you.
just thought he was also.
And just the
a Star
thought
Trek
of watching 2 more sequels
fan. Or
again.
a Star Wars fan.
No.
Excuse me.
Or I know there's 5 more sequels.
I've not really been on board either, but the first one I remember as a kid in '77, I was amazed.
I thought it
didn't
was
know.
awesome.
I didn't know what I was
I
watching.
mean, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Sequences that are pretty cool even for 1977
I mean,
I
technology.
still kind of want a lightsaber.
But when I looked,
I just
oh,
do.
I had the
I'm
lightsaber
totally
connected to the
with you.
flashlight with the inflatable
Right.
saber. I had that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But when you look back and you look at the graphics and all, you're like, wow.
Oh, mine is just the
wanted
fact
to
that
be Obi-Wan.
there is just not a story there. Like that is just shitty writing.
That's right.
And I was like, okay, I was like, did I fall asleep? Because like how we just left that and now I don't know.
But the
the whole
music
made
is
the
How about the
stirring.
Cantina band?
Oh no, and he fucked with that. Now he fucked the whole Cantina song goes on forever because George Lucas added more to that. So
Oh, really?
I'd
So there's
kind of
more?
like to
There's
see.
more?
I'd kind of like to see. I'd like to see the original movie again, but you can't even find it anymore.
Can't get to it.
It's no longer available.
I'm sure someone has it on VHS.
And then tell me it's not real.
You don't find that out to the third fucking one of those goddamn movies.
Yeah, but if you were paying attention, you knew.
Because it is German for father.
Luke,
No.
I am.
That's
your
one of my
father.
favorite lines from Pitch Perfect 1. It's German for father. You knew he was going to be someone's father.
I know that was fantastic.
All right, go
That was
ahead.
it.
I'm sorry. I'm done pissing on your life.
No, you're not.
It is kind of fun.
It is fun.
It's very Muppet Show, though.
It's Muppet Show, and it's
Awesome.
it's also like 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was never a child. There's nothing about this that is like with I was watching Annie Hall and The Turning Point like this.
You were a very troubled child.
I was.
Very gay child. Picture it.
Exactly.
Las Vegas.
Oh,
The
yesterday.
Strip.
Yes.
May the 4th, 2015. What year is it? 2015?
Yes.
The
Yes.
year of our Lord.
The year of your
our
Lord,
Lord.
not mine.
Someone's.
The year of our Lord.
However
Oh,
you,
Lord.
whatever bathhouse you pray at.
60 years after said casino opened.
Comes to a
Close.
close. Yes.
But they
Done.
haven't raised it yet, right? Am I correct in saying
No, they
No.
haven't. They haven't blown. That's my favoriteest when they blow up those.
Yeah.
Mhm. I love that. But the 2,075 room building and the 26 acres it sits on was sold to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority in February. The publicly funded tourism agency plans to tear down the casino hotel where Liberace and Frank Sinatra were once headliners, and they plan to just expand the Las Vegas Convention Center to the Strip.
Oh.
The Riv is among the few remaining hotel casinos that got its start in Sin City's early mobbed days.
Yeah.
The property has struggled in recent years, and so clearly was not a surprise when it sold. And if your interested parties will know that the furniture and fixtures inside the casino hotel are expected to be auctioned in mid-May.
Right.
So if you're dying from an old, many times fucked on couch from the Riviera, please.
Just using that as an example.
Just saying.
Please call this 1-800 number and wear gloves.
Oh, Lord.
True.
Lord.
Don't buy anything upholstered.
I
It's
have-
not
I've had
nice.
a number of really fabulous times at the Riv.
Please buy the steam cleaner
Were they
sold
on the
separately.
couch?
Sold separately.
Nope.
Show me on the couch where he touched you. Him or her.
That stain right there is from me.
Here's my picture with it.
So troubled.
That'll never come out. It's still a little.
Crispy.
That's how you can identify my DNA later when they find my body.
So the story, the lovely story that I have for
CSI.
the Riv, and you gonna, is there any more that you want to add to that?
Nope,
real
that's
quick?
it.
So the story that I have for the Riv, I was glad to have been part of the Riv's history. Now, what you did not read in that story, and if you want to look it up further, you can. Lucy
Sure
and Desi, Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz owned the Riviera for a brief time.
I did not know
in the
that.
60s. They owned it.
I was unaware of that too.
Yeah, they did own it for a while. Very short amount of time, as I recall. Anyway, as I read, not as I recall. But anywho, my first trip to Vegas in August of '93. I'd never been to Vegas ever, and oddly, that was just after I had done the Maury Povich show, and I was doing that whole thing with the lookalikes and all that horse shit. There was and I still have it on VHS. It's an Entertainment Tonight segment when they were redoing all of Vegas. And there was a segment of
They're always redoing.
they're always, right, but this was the big push where it's all family friendly and all that bullshit they were trying to pull in the '90s.
That's fucked. That's not
So
okay.
they had this. They had a segment of Frank Marino, An Evening at La Cage, which was still at the Riviera at the time, and I saw it. And I'm like, just in my naivete of how I can get things done. I'm like, well, I'll just call the Riviera, and
book myself on the show.
Well, almost. That's almost what I thought I was going to do. I was just going to call
Atta
it. I'll get advice from Frank Marino.
I feel like that's something I would do.
So
I would just show up and be like, I'm here for the show.
So I call.
Cat Carlson Memorial.
So I call the 800 number for reservations, and the girl answers, and I said, I don't know exactly what to ask for. I'm trying to figure out how to get a hold of Frank Marino. And she says, 1 moment, please. Then it goes on hold, and whatever music plays, and the phone rings, and all of a sudden, hello, can I help you? I'm like, oh, hi. I said, I'm just trying to get a message to Frank Marino. And it's like, why? This is Frank. How can I help you?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a simpler time.
And I'm like,
for real.
and I'm like, oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Marino. I said, I just was trying to get a message
Or
to
Ms.
you.
However
like-
you self-identify.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just trying to get a message to you, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, well, honey, how can I help you? So I explained the whole situation, what I had just done, what I'm doing. I was like, I don't know what to do with this talent or this
Face.
look that I have.
Face.
Right. He goes, can you get to Vegas? Like, well, I'm thinking of coming up next month with some friends of mine, blah, 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 blah. And he goes,
I love it.
he gave me his phone number. He goes, here, when you get to Vegas, call me, blah, 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 blah. I get to the Stardust, which is also gone.
And saddest day ever.
Way sad.
Yeah, that was sad. So I get to the Stardust. I get there, and he said, "I want you to meet." I called him. He goes, "I want you to meet me at like 11:30 in the downstairs restaurant food court area." He goes,
In the champagne room, right?
But he goes, "But when you walk in,
Or the food court, depending on how fancy you were.
it was a
Is
tragic."
this the champagne room? No, dear, it's the food court.
It's the tragic food court that was in there. Anyway, he says to me, he goes, "Now when I see you," he goes, "when you walk in, he goes, you need to be in full character."
Right.
So, every bit of George Michael you can possibly, he goes, walk in with it. So I leave my friends who were there, and I walk across the street, and I get to the Rev, and I walk in, and I meet the entire cast of La Cage sitting at a booth down in the food court, and Frank's like, wow. Didn't know that his boyfriend, who's still his boyfriend, was a huge George Michael fan. They wound up parading me all over Vegas for 2 days.
Oh, fun.
Had a blast, had such a great time with them. But that's where I met Tim Dunn, who used to do, he's from
Right.
here, who used to do Dionne Warwick in the
Still does,
show.
yes?
No, he hasn't done the show in years.
Not in the show, but still.
No, he quit doing that.
Oh, I thought still did
But
occasionally.
no, he doesn't do it at all. No.
Okay.
But he works for a cosmetic company and tours the country actually.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, I was actually on stage for a minute taking a picture, and during a show at La Cage, I was involved in it just from the audience in an interaction thing. So I don't know. The memories of the Riv were big for me because that was a huge turning point in my world.
Sure.
To meet them and to realize that you could do things like that. I actually auditioned to do La Cage as the character of George, but it was too big for me, and I'm like,
Okay.
I can't do this. There's just
Yeah.
if I would have, my world could have been vastly different. But
Yeah.
Sure.
but it was
Wouldn't be sitting here with us.
it was way. Well, you never know. I mean, could have been a short career.
Yeah. You could have hit a dry patch.
Right.
Sure.
Georgia careers. Forget
But
it.
but again, the Riviera does have some fond memories for me. I did actually stay in the Riv one time when I was there, but yeah, it was sad to see it go. Again, another piece of Vegas history that's going by the wayside. I mean, the other ones have rebuilt, like the Tropicana has rebuilt, Caesars has rebuilt.
They just keep painting that fucker. That Tropicana has been the
lipstick on a
same.
pig over there.
No, but they built an entire new. It's curved like the rest of them.
Oh yeah.
The
But
original Trop.
The original is still the island of Las Vegas. I started going there in the 80s. When I moved out here, my father had discovered Las Vegas, and all the trips to the beach were over for my mom. So it was just Vegas twice a year, and she liked it there. She had fun, but we would go. We would go, and they would stay at like Circus or the Trop. And once my dad found the Trop, he never wanted to stay anywhere else.
I love.
It's right
it.
next to the airport.
Yeah, it was
right next to the
It
airport.
was close to the airport, and now it doesn't seem close because of all the roads
That's
and
right,
diversions
yeah.
and everything in your way. Yeah,
Right.
But the Riviera is where, and I went with Doug to see Pudgy there for one of his birthdays.
Pudgy.
Really funny
Wow, I
comedian.
haven't heard that name in a long time.
She was spectacular. Saw shows at the Riviera, and it's just that old Las Vegas of like Circus and Caesars, when Caesars was the fanciest fucking thing in the world. And I just googled the Sahara sign, and I used to love to get a buzz on and go watch the Sahara sign light up. When it would light up first it would light up the letters, then the camels would light up, and then it would light up, and the Aladdin sign would light up, and it was just so much fun to be buzzed, and you could go there on no money. That was the thing that's lost on Vegas now, because people can gamble everywhere. There's a Indian casino, and in your
backyard.
practically sacred land back there that they're going to put another one up.
Right.
So you don't need to go anywhere to gamble. So you have to go for all the attractions and the pools and all that stuff. But back in the day, you could go there on the cheap. Like as long as you promised to gamble, your room was like $29 or $39
And drinks
a
were
night.
free if you gambled.
Drinks were free if you gambled. You just had to gamble. And then if you just stood next to a gambler, you got the free drinks too, because I would either be with my mom who's playing Keno or my dad who was playing. And then I started playing. But it was just so much fun, and it was a cheap. I mean, it was seedy, and it was definitely Sin City. Now it's just everybody's been roofied, and they're all date raping each other. But back then, it was a little 20s on the dresser, chocolate, and dressed like a pimp, and you couldn't take pictures inside the things because it was all locked. You couldn't have a camera inside a casino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do
They're
recall
actually
hearing
still
about-
kind of funny about that.
Yeah, it was, not kind of funny. Like, they came and got your camera. There were no pictures in there, and it was, you know what I mean? Like, the Mirage was, like, the big fucking new thing that was, like, so goddamn fancy you couldn't even stand it.
Yeah, and now they're all.
But
like
that's
that.
that's how long I've been going there. Like,
Yeah.
I was there before the Mirage, before the Excalibur, before none of that shit even existed yet. The Desert Desert Inn was still the big thing with the giant golf course in the back.
I think you're too young to have gone to the original MGM. Remember when it fell when the
I
it
am too
crashed
young.
in the,
I was there for the the rebuild.
Did you actually see the original open, the
But
Lion?
it became the Bally's because the old MGM became Bally's, and then
is that
the
where it was?
new MGM went up. Yeah, it became Bally's.
Okay, so at the new MGM, were you there when they originally opened with the goat
And
with the
they
lion
didn't-
and the lion mouth, and the people wouldn't go into it? Do you know about
No,
that?
I was there when they didn't realize that it was all gay all the time. They opened and the opening act was Barbra Streisand's return concert. So they opened for Barbra Streisand's big and I think it was 99 into 2000 if I'm not mistaken, or it was 98 into 99, whenever 96 maybe.
I'm talking earlier than that. I'm talking earlier than that.
But she did
That was her comeback concert, yes.
the comeback concert. She was the opening show at the new MGM, and they had the whole thing about Follow Dorothy, and they
Wizard
had
of
all
Oz.
these rainbow things,
Right.
and I'm like, you do know this is like the gayest place in the
Hella
world, and
gays.
everybody, all the dealers were like, why does everybody keep talking about this gay thing? And I'm like, you're all rainbows, you're all Wizard of Oz references.
You
you're
walk in, you got
friends of
Dorothy in the
Judy,
poppy field.
You're getting your picture taken. There's Barbra Streisand's right over there.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thinks this is a gay casino. And they it went completely over there because they were still in that old Vegas mobster 30s mentality where The Wizard of Oz was this charming movie from 1939. And it was just funny to watch everybody's faces. They were like,
Well, do you not remember the original when they rebuilt it and opened? And remember, because on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana, because that's the corner that it's on. Remember, they had the lion's head, the MGM lion, and you would walk into the mouth of the lion. And at first, they didn't.
oh,
open,
I forgot about that building. Yes,
It was horribly. They didn't go over well at all because the Chinese tourists, all of the Asian tourists, they feared the lion and they would not walk through the lion's mouth.
Oh, I didn't
And so
realize
that's
that
why
was
the
why.
tourism dropped for the MGM, because nobody would go into it because of that whole symbolism of walking into the lion's mouth. And I'm sure Kat Carlson has already Googled something about that.
Okay, the Wizard of Oz theme was the opening of the current MGM
Right.
in December 1993,
Okay.
including the Green Emerald City, and it's all
That's
painted
when I
green.
was. That's when I was there.
Originally, the main entrance on the strip was inside the mouth of a giant cartoon-like version of MGM's logo, Leo the Lion. But this entrance feature was changed to a more traditional entrance. It doesn't say why.
Well, if you dig deeper, you'll
I
find out
didn't
why.
realize
I
it was
don't dig
that
deeper
long
than
ago
Wikipedia.
because the MGM
just
that
don't.
burned became the Bally's, and then they moved the MGM down to that corner. The,
The burn wasn't what I thought was the bridge collapse. Remember there was the
no,
inside.
the burn where what's her face Natalie Cole was doing crack underneath the table while the MGM burned.
Oh,
that's where the entire nation learned that anybody over the third floor in a hotel dies. Like that was the day that everyone learned that anything
Salsa.
above the third floor, you're just dead.
Oh, Ladders won't reach Jedi.
That's nice.
I'm sure, again, Kat, you dig a little deeper through that, you're going to find that thing about tourism and money. And people wouldn't come into the casino because of the mouth of the lion, and it was a symbolism of surrender or something to that effect.
And you know,
Yeah, I
if you're
don't know.
keeping an Asian person from gambling, you are doing something
I moved
wrong.
on to MGM Fire. As it turns out, casinos and restaurants were not protected by the fire sprinkler system because they were exempt from the rules requiring such.
Because the mob was like, fuck it, we don't need it. Let them
Right.
die.
Oh, see now, and it's now Bally's. I was right. And yeah.
Okay.
It's now Bally's. It killed 87 people, and that's when Natalie Cole got sober. Because
And what year was that?
It was November 21st, 1980, and we were worried about my parents because they were there near that time. And it's when and you know, now I work on the 11th floor, and they have all these like fire escapes and all these drills. I'm like, oh kids, we're dead. Above the third floor, there's no plan to get you out of here. Like you just die. Like unless you can get down, there's no ladder coming up to you. It goes to the third floor. So if you can't get to the third floor, third story ladder,
Fucked.
just wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Get the bottle of vodka.
Thank you.
Get yourself near a window. Get your last gasp of air in.
Good night,
Yeah.
good night, Maureen.
But it's a
Sad
fun,
face.
and I don't know if it's in her book or where you can find that story. If it's from a TV movie, but somewhere there's a dramatic reenactment of Natalie Cole underneath the table doing her crack. That she thought that she was safe.
Sounds like a scene from Towering Inferno.
I'm super sad I did not research that more, but I knew it would create
But I
some
knew that
conversation.
the hotel that burned is still there. And Bally's, the Riv is.
Oh, the Riv is way north. In fact, it's at the end. The part of the reason it died is because Sahara's gone. The Riv.
From the old, where Bally's is, the Riviera is only like one block up.
No, it's further up than that.
Possibly, yeah, you might be right. I'm not sure.
It is further up because you've got like several others between that, like the Flamingo and others between that. You gotta go
right.
You got to go
Yeah,
further
yeah.
because it's where the strip actually curves. It's at the very end, right across from Circus Circus. That whole end of the strip they're saying is dying because it's not walkable. They've closed so many things between it that nobody walks up there anymore. So part of the reason that the Circus Circus, because Stardust isn't there. Circus Circus, really? Who cares? There's a lot of things up there in the end nobody goes to anymore.
That's the only place you could bring a kid.
Yeah.
Used to be, yes.
And when
Circus.
my parents went there the first time that I went, I was only 19. So my parents stayed they were at the hotel next to this. No, I don't think they were at Circus Circus the first time I went. But they brought me there, and that's when my dad took me into my dad was like, we gotta go to the bathroom. And I'm like, we're gonna go to the bathroom together? Because he was like so impressed that I was in the casino, and he's like, I just need to know what to call you. And I'm like, well, you can call me Al. It's been my name for your name too. What are we doing? And he's like, well, no, you're in the casino and you're gambling. He's like, you must have fake ID. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got that covered. But he was so excited because they thought they were going to have to spend time with me in like the kiddie prison because I was only 19.
Oh.
And he was so excited that I walked in.
What did he call you? What was your name?
It was my real name. It was just it was just a modified birthday. I was
that's
just
fantastic.
slightly older.
That's the way to do it, really.
Yeah, it was funny that he caught onto it right away because he had some
I
horrible
would have
vacation
never
planned.
thought of that.
Oh, he did. When my family was ready for any emergency,
work.
and he knew how old I was.
Al's modified birthday.
We don't even talk about what age I would be if I was as old as I was.
Clearly,
on that fucking
a couple
thing.
years older
That
than
thought,
now.
like,
Harris,
get out of my brain because that literally went doo 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 doo.
And Harrison's fake ID made her 2 years older than my fake ID, so she definitely does not want to talk about
Nobody
this.
wants to talk
Gotcha.
about that.
She made hers a 1. I made mine a 3.
Well, I feel like we've hijacked your entire segment for a while. What's your next story,
No,
Kat
I
Carlson?
feel like we've been.
That's
No,
it
it's
was
totally
an exciting story. Like
thing.
I
Yeah,
saw
it's
that
good.
sign, kind of like when I went to the first time I saw Donna Summer in concert was at the Hilton, the Las Vegas Hilton, which used to be the International, and they have the tribute to Elvis there because he played more times than anybody else. But that's where Barbara Streisand played her last show, which I have like scalped recordings from, like hijacked
Nice.
recordings from. So I was all excited to be in what used to be the International Hotel and Ballroom to see Donna Summer, and it was back when you had to tip the maitre d'. Like it depended how much you tipped is where you sat.
Oh, nice.
But I was 19 years old and like tipping people,
So
so
you
my
slipped
seat was
him
like
a 5 spot.
yeah, exactly. I think I went as high as
You're like,
$10.
Here you are, sir.
And I don't even know what president's on the 10, but it certainly did not impress him, so
Jackson.
I did not have good seats.
Jackson's on the 20.
No, Jackson's on the 20. Damn it.
Hamilton.
The unfortunate thing is, I even looked at this literally at 1 p.m. on Monday.
Oh, she's a liar. It was a 1. I was there when she did
The
it.
Riviera, the RivieraHotel.com, which has been their website for years, is no longer.
Bupkis?
They just nothing on it. It just says the page can't be displayed. For when you first went on it a couple days or yesterday, it just came up and just was blank. And now it just comes up and says the page cannot be displayed.
Yeah.
And I think they should have some sort of in memoriam. And maybe it's coming.
called Wikipedia.
Maybe it's coming.
I like when she pretends I wasn't there for these days.
Oh, Harrison.
Because she made this number that in Europe they cross here.
The 7.
But she crossed it so it would be a 1. I just don't want her to know I told you how old she is.
On a microphone.
But I'm not good with math, so I don't know.
I was part of that art project.
It
'cause
says explicitly in my contract there will be no math.
and the best part was it was to get her
Salsa.
into
That's
Stacy's,
right.
which was called Alligators at the time.
Yeah, but way before it was Foster's.
Oh my God, I don't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
alligators.
neither of you two even lived here. This
No,
was
no.
made-
No.
I only
no,
know
no.
of it, but
I've
before it
never
was
even heard of
before
it.
it was Foster's, it was alligators.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And
I
that's
didn't hear
and
about
it was
that.
to get her into that. It was to get her into that part.
Well, now you can come freely and join in.
You certainly can. All
Kat
right.
Carlson.
We've been dying to talk about this all show, I know. So now I have
Careful.
Your namesake.
Meet Dr. Ben Carson. Everything you need to know, parenthetically, and probably didn't know, in parentheses, about the 2016 presidential candidate.
Oh, tell us more.
Thanks to ABC.com.
Moron.
Name: Benjamin Solomon, parenthetically Ben Carson. Party: Republican.
I'm gonna look up something. Go ahead.
What he does now, well, along with his wife, Carson is the co-founder of the Carson Scholars Fund, a philanthropic organization that awards $1,000 college scholarships to 4th through 11th graders and builds reading rooms nationwide. He likes the reading.
He likes the
reading.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Shelby.
What he used to do. As chief of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins, Carson was the first doctor to successfully separate conjoined twins fused at the head during a 22-hour marathon operation in 1987. He was also a pioneer in hemispherectomy, a procedure that removes half the brain to treat intractable seizures. So he can separate the twins and pull out half your brain.
There you go.
Yeah, he's got some shit going on.
In 2008, George W. Bush awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. This is nice. I love this.
Ben.
He declared himself as a candidate.
Continue on.
Declared his candidacy for presidency in Detroit, Michigan on May the 4th, the year of our Lord 2015.
Very funny.
In his own words, he said, quote, if I run for president, it will be because I know what it's like to grow up in a tough neighborhood and feel marginalized. If I run, it will be because I know firsthand that quality education is the ladder to climb out of poverty and dependence. He says, if I run, it will be because I know that the very survival of our great country depends on strong leadership. So far, I'm kind of on board with him.
Yeah, I mean,
When are you gonna get off board?
I'm gonna
Is it coming? Is it
I'm
coming?
gonna climb right off
All
and
right.
here at the very end. How he grew up. Carson, who's now 63, grew up parenthetically in dire poverty. That was in quotes, not parenthetically.
Dire.
right, which means that he used a lot of social programs.
Yeah, grew up
Liberals.
in dire poverty with an illiterate single mother whose father had an entire other family, causing the divorce.
She was the baby mama.
But of course he's gonna be for family values and like.
Right.
Yeah.
And no social support at all.
No.
Well, no, because it says here that his mother, Sonia Carson, worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time rather than, quote, give up and accept welfare. Carson said that instilled a tremendous work ethic in him and his older brother, Curtis.
Who opened eyes or closed eyes?
Open your eyes, Curtis. Open.
See the light, Curtis. See the light.
It says
Run to the light, Curtis.
one thing you need to know to understand him, he was frustrated by his family's tough circumstances. When frustrated by his family's tough circumstances, a young Carson once tried to stab a classmate in the gut with a camping knife.
Oh, he's a thug. He's
After a
thug.
minor disagreement.
Thug life.
Wait. He's black?
Yeah.
Luckily, a large metal belt buckle
He's not a thug.
blocked the blade.
Thank you.
Oh, he aimed low.
Black to the... Black
Yeah,
to the
I think he was trying to give a
blade.
handy.
Going for a groin injury.
Yeah.
Kids are awful.
He said, I was more terrified as I recognized that I was trying to kill somebody over nothing. And he says, I just locked myself in the bathroom and started praying. Lord, help me deal with this temper.
Your prayers mean so much.
Who made this Lay's casserole?
Somehow, from belt buckle stabbing thug, Carson met his wife at Yale University, where he earned his undergraduate degree, earned his MD from University of Michigan, and have 3 sons. Ben Jr., parenthetically, BJ,
Oh.
Salsa.
Royce, and Murray are the names of the other 2 sons.
BJ. You gotta think that one through for just a minute.
Your musical choices are killing me.
He was once portrayed in a movie by Cuba Gooding Jr. in the made-for-TV movie Gifted Hands.
Is he really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got to Google that.
We're gonna have to watch that.
We're too busy dancing.
His breakout moment in politics, Carson burst onto the political scene at the National Prayer Breakfast in 2013. This is where I start to climb off board.
This is yeah.
Isn't this fun?
Fucking kills
This was so
me.
much fun when I read all this. I was like, I love him. I love it. Oh, damn it. I know. I was ready. Where was I?
I don't know.
Carson burst onto the political scene at the National Prayer Breakfast in 2013, where he condemned political correctness, saying it muffles people. It puts a muzzle on them. He said this in front of President Obama, and Carson blasted the tax code and criticized the president's signature legislative achievement, the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah.
I'm dismounting at this point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
All right.
I was on board.
All right.
I was in the saddle. I was climbed on top.
I was in the saddle.
Yeah.
That's how you make
due
the
to a lack of lubricant.
Clear dismount.
That's how you make the dismount make more sense.
There you go.
I told you I was tight.
What he has to say about race.
Run, bitch, run.
He says, my mother used to say, if you walk into an auditorium full of racist, bigoted people, she said, you don't have a problem, they have a problem.
Same with homophobes, right?
I should hope so.
If you walk into a room with a homophobic black man, you don't have a problem. He
I should
does.
hope so.
Because he named his son
Right.
BJ.
But a time or two he might have wished for a do-over. He is prone to provocative statements. Carson often finds himself in hot water. Just 2 days after launching his 2016 exploratory committee, he made headlines by claiming the prison proves homosexuality is absolutely a choice. And in 2013, he compared homosexuality to bestiality and pedophilia. He's also riled people when he called Obamacare the worst thing since slavery, and said that America's obsession with political correctness made it very much like Nazi Germany.
Yeah, this is a guy who doesn't
That's where you climb
understand
upward, like-
slavery,
my.
Nazi Germany, or
Right.
what was his other
Yeah,
metaphor?
we don't understand the Holocaust,
Yeah, exactly.
slavery,
or Nazi
prison,
Germany.
Wow.
Prison.
or homosexuality.
This is a man who has no idea how to compare this to that.
right.
One of these
Metaphors are
things
not
doesn't
his
belong
thing.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Nazi Germany, that was the problem. That's where it was.
Yeah. In case you were wondering, the people that have announced their candidacy to go ahead and have really fun debates with Dr. Ben Carson include Ted Cruz,
Oh,
favorite. He announced his candidacy on March 23rd of this year.
he's delightful.
Carly, is it Fiorina?
Oh,
Close
The
enough.
CEO of
she was fired.
CEO of Hewlett Packard.
Fired.
Fired.
Fired. Firea.
Fired.
Huckabee.
Oh, thank God he's back in.
Could be Rand Paul. Sure. Marco Rubio.
Did Huckabee announce though? Was that today or is it tomorrow? Okay.
What's that?
I didn't know if Huckabee actually announced or if
I
that
thought
was
he
coming
did.
tomorrow. Okay.
It
I-
says
I
that
thought it-
Huckabee announced on May 5th, so that'd be today.
Okay, he did then. All right.
Yeah, I didn't see an article. I went straight to my official news source, Wikipedia.
Your official
Official.
news source of the show. Maybe accurate, maybe not.
Maybe plenty of editors. But I have.
Oh, Tim DePlanch has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hi, darling.
Salsa.
Come on in.
Headphones,
Why
microphones.
doesn't
Does
he
he
have a
get
cocktail?
headphones and a microphone?
Cocktail.
Well, right in front of him.
We didn't want
Alright.
one.
Oh, these are mine.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, climb aboard,
No, I'm not
darling.
trying to be rude. I'm just saying these are mine.
I was perfect
That's all
timing because
Mine.
I was
Paul?
done with this particular part to shit on.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Can you
No,
hear
but-
can
no,
you-
but I
can
thought
you
it
hear
was
Tim?
good.
For you a nice
Well,
tea?
first,
I can hear it. Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, there you have it.
okay, the part that I thought you had to enjoy. We're talking about everybody getting into all the tards that are now in the race for the Republican
I'm going
nomination.
to be president 2016.
No,
I'm going
full
to
on-
announce my candidacy
Full
tomorrow.
full on tards. These people are willfully stupid.
Yeah. I'm going to make them French. I'm going to make
Okay.
them retards.
Retardo.
Yeah.
Retardando.
Apostrophe.
Retardando.
That's the biggest tard right there. Yeah.
Rubio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's special. Well,
So-
we just learned all about this tart over here, though. Hey.
Carly Fiorini or whatever her name is
Right.
forgot to register
Her domain
her
name.
domain name, and so
Oh, I saw something about that.
.org. Somebody just all they put on there was here's a tribute to all the people she fired while she was at Hewlett Packard.
Yes.
And it has 30,000 frown faces, and you can't get to the bottom of it. Like I tried today on my iPad, and I'm like,
just couldn't get there?
It doesn't. We don't have the equipment. You need a real computer that you can like scroll all the way down.
Right.
And at the bottom it says, when asked what she thought about this, she says, "I wish I could have done it faster."
Oh.
Oh yeah, she's Contella. So now this
Oh,
one
she
has
is.
never been elected to anything. Fired from the only like
Fired
big
from
job
everything.
she had.
Right.
Like shipped all her jobs overseas. But the other tard, the one that won't open his eyes and look at it.
Oh my God.
Because if he did, he'd see his wife and
Open
get she
your eyes.
ugly.
Open your eyes shut.
Oh.
Holy crap.
What is that?
Keep going, Kat.
Yeah,
Look at you,
That's
Shelby.
his wife.
and the polka dot like. We're gonna say empire waist just to make her feel better for whatever the fuck she was wearing.
Oh, I got to the bottom.
Yeah, that's 30. Read it.
That's 30,000 people she laid off, people with families. And what does she say she would have done differently? Quote, I would have done them all faster.
Yeah.
Good for her.
But the other one is running for president because
I'd have taken my time.
He got a snappy quip in at the prayer breakfast in 2013.
Yeah.
Like retired neurosurgeon, no political experience.
Retarded neuro. What?
Retired.
Oh,
Retired.
I misheard.
retarded.
You were Al. You were talking, and I didn't hear it.
I
And
love
you
it.
just assumed I said.
I know. I just didn't hear you correctly.
Remember, I'm not politically
Are you
offensive.
doing that?
I can't. I don't know.
You two are. Yeah, there's
You
a
know
whole thing.
what? He's
Oh.
gonna be Herman Cain Part 2.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
totally.
I'm just waiting.
I
We were talking
agree.
about. We're just waiting for him to quote Donna Summer and
Yeah.
read the lyrics to "Power of One" into a microphone.
It's going to be a good time.
But his qualifications are he got one joke off and
not
the
even
word
that
is
funny of a
Is there
joke. It's not
anything
that
about
funny.
him that is aside?
No,
like
because
how
Fox
Herman
News-
Cain was. Is there anything about him that's I don't know, wrong words,
He's-
but like rewarding?
he's
Anything
never
that's-
run a
that's
business.
feeling.
No,
Dr. Ben
something.
Carson
Are you
here?
ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
for Dr. Ben.
No, are you
I'm
ready?
excited about the
Fox
kids.
News found a black person that didn't like Obama that they could put on that said horrible things about black
Salsa.
people.
I wonder.
All they had is him and
Truthfully.
one. What's his name from the guy that got fired from PBS? One.
Cardinal.
Valdez.
Okay. Right, and now we only had Mexican
Happy
listeners
Cinco de
left, and then
Mayo.
you guys decided to
Happy
insult
Cinco.
them.
Juan
Fucking
Valdez is not
Mayo.
Mexican. He's Colombian.
He's Colombian. Colombian.
So now the drug cartels have left
Thank you
us.
so much.
And we so enjoyed their listenership.
Yeah, I know.
No, but
and
I
their
was, just,
coffee.
I was just wondering if there
No.
was something out there about this asshat that
No,
was
he's-
even remotely rewarding.
They
But
have been
no.
talking about him running for
Okay.
president since the day after the prayer breakfast because he went on Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he gives a speech, he says something absolutely horrifying
Okay.
that he has to go
Yeah.
on every network and apologize for. But then he goes to Fox and Friends, and they're like, "Oh my God, we love you.
We love you."
And
Well,
then
that
he
should be
and
Well,
then he
because
had- and then-
Obamacare is the worst thing since slavery.
Oh, Juan Williams. Yes, Juan Williams is the one that said the thing about people on airplanes. He's the one that got fired from PBS for saying that he got nervous every time he saw an Arab Arab person on an airplane. And they were like, "Oh yeah, you."
Yeah, you suck. Okay.
I'm fixing something right quick.
Is that what,
okay.
is that one not working?
There you go. Hand this over in front of.
If you just spit on the tip, that should make it
It's
easier.
heavier than I thought it was.
No one can hear me?
For-
Oh, you can
there
hear me
we
now.
go.
Oh,
Much
that's better.
Whoa.
Well, the important thing is
Sound
you
like
should
you're
be able to
in
hear
a,
you.
sound like you're in a
No.
tube, but
We'll
you
fix
know.
it. Just shut up.
Shut up. So I mean, that's
Very handsome. You look very nice.
this whole
Why
room
is
echoes
everything
now.
very echoey?
Look at it.
We'll shut the door.
We pull him down. No, we pull him down.
Close your legs, honey, and then the echo will stop.
That was Cat.
So
Not
it's just a weird thing, and then he has to always toe this political correctness line because whenever he goes newscast to newscast apologizing for what fucked up thing he said, he lands on Fox News and they're all like, "Oh, the politically
you're
correct or
brilliant.
you know what I mean?" His new hashtag is the same as Sarah Palin with gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha
Okay.
questions.
The
With
gotcha
him, it's-
journalism.
Yeah, with him it's
Oh.
political. So I mean, and
That
I
political
can't believe-
correctness is bringing me
I
down.
can't believe you
What
haven't
a
watched
bunch
this
of-
one go in
I
the
have
toilet
not
it's
seen
it's been
this.
2 years in the toilet with
good
this
fun.
fucker.
No, I have not, but I'm
But
excited to
but
start
watch because
watching.
his next tomorrow's
Yeah.
speech is going to be he'll say something horrible.
Yep.
He has to go on every major news network and
Well, he
apologize,
had to-
and then he lands on Fox and he says it's all about political correctness. And I'm not sorry. So he goes, sorry. Oh, it's all white
Oops.
people. I'm not sorry. It's
Got it.
crazy.
Well,
Duck, duck, goose.
Yeah,
oh, it's
duck, duck.
fantastic.
He already had
Gray
to kind
duck.
of dump and run because he made his announcement and was supposed to go
That's the
to Iowa and start like the bus tour or whatever. And he's playing that.
He didn't know where Iowa was.
A, he didn't know where Iowa
Let's
was.
give
Wait a minute.
Iowa
Al,
a try.
Al,
Oh,
where's Iowa?
On the,
Oh,
on the
on the
green
screen.
screen.
No,
Wait a minute. Do I have my own green screen?
Now, this is
We
Maine.
all of us.
They
This
would
is
be
Maine.
Right here.
And that's
Imagine there's a
California.
green screen
Right
behind.
Iowa is right here. Well, it's up
I
high.
feel like
Iowa.
I feel like it's kinda
this
right where
is
your neck
Iowa.
is,
Right where
really.
I'm pointing right to Iowa.
You don't have the same map as me.
Yeah, no, but I have a different green
You
screen.
all have your own screens.
Yeah, I'm correct.
Okay,
There are
that's
too
Maine.
many.
That's Maine.
You're at New York.
I'm at I'm right
Okay,
here.
wait. Everybody,
I'm in Arizona right now.
time out. Time
Isn't it
out.
just south of Minnesota for the love of fuck?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. This is important. Hold on. I have a joke.
Love it crazy.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Salsa!
Oh, good, we're drinking.
Salsa,
you're welcome.
salsa.
I got a drink.
I know.
No.
The highest was Thomas said George Jefferson. I was called him George Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson
fucking take
with
something.
160
Well,
and then
we're moving
fucked our
on
own
now.
slaves.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a good segment. What do we got next?
Is that? Are you
Oh,
done?
yeah, I'm done.
Well, that
Are you
was
done?
It's
interesting.
10 to 10. I'm done.
Well, I like to always be aware of these things.
I'm on time. Time says I'm out.
I have something interesting to add.
Oh
do you
God!
got?
For the first time in 2 years,
May I
it's
just?
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
You just you put on the
I didn't-
Still, you're continuing
I didn't
on
play.
with the Michael
I
Jackson.
didn't play anything.
Leave it on.
You did. You've been playing Michael Jackson
yeah.
songs for like 10 minutes.
No, but I didn't. I stopped it, and all of a sudden it came on by
You
itself.
stopped it.
Stopped it. We're German now. I stopped it.
But she was
Come on.
more like
Okay.
Do your sword to
Yes.
this, goddammit.
Do it.
Okay, so
Go.
funny story. People were talking the other day. A patient came in, and we had to get like uncross-matched blood, and people were talking about blood types, and I'm like, okay, I see this on TV all the time. I'm like, how do you all know your blood types? I'm like, I always think this when I watch a movie, and somebody's like, is anybody A positive? Because we need blood, and I'm like,
I always have to call my mom.
How do you know that? You know what it is? It's because
I don't.
gay men don't know their blood type because we never been
'Cause you
allowed to
don't
donate
donate
Blood.
And like everybody figured it out at the same time, and we're like,
You just have to ask when you get blood drawn.
it just never come
Well,
up.
sure, you can do
Yeah,
that.
you have to ask.
Yeah, but it was just
I'm low on iron. I have no idea. They said you can't give, so I walk away and go.
It was
okay.
it was just the
I've never
funniest thing that
asked, yeah.
everyone in
Yeah.
the room rattled off their blood type, and then as they were trying to figure it out, I'm like, how would everyone know this but not? And I get my, I go to the doctors regularly. I've had health insurance my entire life. I've never not gone to the doctor. And then we put it together as to where they all learned what their blood type was. It was
Donating.
from donating blood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? This shit's so special and mostly liquor. You can't have it.
There it is. I think the mostly liquor part might be the key there.
It's my blood type is grape.
That's awesome.
Legit.
I love it.
There's that.
I love it.
All right, so that's your interjection of interesting stories.
Yeah, I just thought that was a
Next caller.
fascinating.
Here we go. We're going on to our final segment, and we're gonna cut it tight.
And now, thoughtful vulgarity, where we in the studio try to make ourselves slightly less shallow, which is not hard to do. We will ask one question of the panel while fucked up drunk. Because you know at home how well it goes when important questions come up several hours after alcohol has been served. Politics, religion, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Who could you offend? Good luck.
Well, these are all listener-provided questions.
Listener provided.
So, the first one, and this one's going to throw
Your
more...
microphone's live, by the way. Don't
Yeah,
All of your
exactly.
I'm not
microphones.
saying anything.
Yeah, and you've never learned how to whisper. What? I even know what you wrote on that piece of paper.
No, you don't.
I am so Neil Patrick Harrising your ass right now.
God, I'm annoyed
Okay.
with you.
Um,
Damn it. It would have been.
what was the first viral video you ever saw?
Fuck, do I know what that is?
That's the video
idea.
that everyone else sees. It
No. I understand the definition of. Jesus Christ.
It's the antithesis for what we're doing.
Yes, also.
Something that will never go viral.
Oh my
No,
god, thank God.
I understand the definition of viral video. I'm
I
like,
know mine, I know mine.
really? You're supposed to? How the fuck
How
do I
would
know
I
what that
know?
was?
I'm
I don't mind, I don't
Clayton.
mind.
Like, it wasn't Charlie, it hurts my finger, like...
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
hurts.
Charlie,
Yeah.
that hurts my finger.
That kid's like-
Charlie, don't bite me, Charlie.
It's been almost 10 years.
What the
by
fuck
the
is
way.
It was
that?
on Ellen.
10 years.
Yeah, that kid's going to college now.
Charlie.
Mine was Shoes by Kelly. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Shoes. These fucking shoes are $300.
I have no idea what you're talking
Nice.
about.
You ever saw that video?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim.
Shoes by Kelly. It's this drag queen where she like, what does she get? She gets something for Christmas. And she
I'm thinking shoes.
Shoes.
Google it.
No, she didn't get the shoes.
I feel like she was a part of it.
Survey says shoes. Number one answer.
Yeah.
Now, where's my survey?
Yeah.
Is it somewhere
Survey
near...
says-
Somewhere near Washington
If
State?
You're right here.
So if I
right
if I go to YouTube and I go Kelly shoes,
Yeah.
Just type in Shoes by Kelly. It'll look something like
Wait,
this,
what year is
according
it
to
from?
Tim.
What year?
I don't know. Just click on it.
I have
Show
no
more.
I have no idea.
Really funny.
I have
8 years
absolutely
ago?
no idea.
Tell me
years
more.
ago.
Yeah.
I don't know any goddamn. Let me borrow that.
Yeah.
Top
Uploaded
I would have
February
any
5th,
idea.
2007.
9 years ago, there's a.
You'd have
What's
Charlie.
the
The
first thing?
Charlie thing
What's
would
the
be the-
first thing? Okay, so the Charlie thing is an appropriate answer because that's one of the first viral
Yeah, I
videos
mean,
ever.
it's one of the first things I can remember. I saw it on Ellen. But
No,
yeah, I don't know
the
if there
first
were-
viral video ever was that stupid dancing baby from Ally McBeal.
Oh,
yeah.
well, then
Oh, yeah,
there
I
you
didn't
go.
think of
It
that.
was that
Yes.
stupid ooga chaka
Ooga
ooga
chaka.
ooga ooga. That was the first one.
Thanks for annoying me.
I'm
again.
hooked on a feeling now because of you.
I'm hooked on a feeling.
I'm not playing along with these
I'm
little
high
reindeer
on
dances.
Believing.
Although I like that song, but my memory
Cause
is better.
you're in love with me.
What was yours?
That's the one.
The
Apparently.
Ooga Chaka Baby.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the
Ooga
answer.
chaka. Yeah, that's a legitimate answer.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go. I mean, I remember seeing that when it first came out.
And I'm a super nerd. I was
the little baby?
online at that time.
But I don't recall what the first video I saw that would have been quote viral. But I remember seeing that little baby dance.
Oh,
Like
then
your
there was
MySpace
one of
page.
wasn't
What
Kelly's
did
shit.
someone post on your MySpace page that you shared? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Ooh, I remember.
I appreciate the fact that you think I'm gonna remember what the fuck I was on my MySpace
It's
page.
still available if you remember the
I can
login.
log in. I can actively log in. And you know
No,
what?
you can. If you remember
And you
your
know
old
what?
MySpace login, you can log in.
And you know
today.
what?
I do it all the time.
I
do-
look
I do too.
fantastic.
Because I have to. Every once in a while, I'll
Throwback
retrieve.
Thursday. Yeah.
I love it. It can't be
I'm with
considered viral
Tomo.
if someone hasn't heard of
That's
it.
right.
I look fantastic.
You're the one that said the Charlie bit my
I only
finger.
went with it because of Ellen. I'm just going with you to shut you up.
But that is the first. That
That
is
was
one
love,
of the
by the
first
way.
viral.
That was meant with love.
But that was one of the first viral videos. Like that is the right answer to almost every question. That's the first thing people shared.
I answered correctly?
Yeah, it was the Charlie video.
I'm going
thought it
to,
was
for the next
Wings
week, I'm going to answer
2005
every
reunion.
question asked of me with Charlie bit my finger. I'm going to see how that goes.
Charlie bit
Yeah.
my finger, Charlie.
Hey,
'Cause
Kat,
when I
hey,
Googled
Kat, what'd you
it,
do last
about
night?
this.
Charlie bit my
Charlie.
finger. Yeah. Hey, Kat, what do you want for lunch?
And Drew,
Charlie bit my finger.
Drew, that kid parks better than I do. I still don't know how to parallel park. Oh, look, people are putting them
Oh
up there.
my God, an ant. I am totally with an ant, actually. And there was I kicked that monster's ass. It was adorable.
See, all you gotta do is poke her a little
Oh
bit
my
and she
God,
starts to
adorable.
remember
Well, yeah, because
shit.
I don't remember. Like, I don't pay any attention to him. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know any of that other stuff. But that...
Oh, now, isn't Jesus
I kicked
versus
the
Santa
monster's
Claus
ass.
from,
Charlie. Charlie bit me.
Play the monster's ass. I kicked that. A little lisp. Oh, God, that kid was cute. The monster's ass.
Boom, Dancing Baby, 1996. Sorry, I looked up.
But there
first
was no
video.
But how did someone send that to you?
Email.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
AOL.com.
I gotcha.
Ouch, Charlie! Ow!
And everybody sent that to me and they're like, isn't that funny? And I'm like, it's not funny.
No, but that little kid...
I don't get that. I don't remember ever seeing that
cracked
video ever in my life.
That's
It's not something that would appeal to you.
I'm
either.
with
That's
an
'cause we're
ant.
straight, like-
An
Yeah.
ant, monster's ass was very funny.
But isn't Jesus
cute.
versus Santa Claus from South Park?
Well, it's
that
called The
sounds right.
Spirit of Christmas, and it did surface before the Dancing Baby one in 1995. Made by the makers of South Park, it was kind of a predecessor to South Park.
Now that would actually win because that's how that didn't go. That's not viral because that was on video, and that's the tape that went around the world. That everybody had a copy of a copy of
Yes.
a copy, and you would go to parties and they would pop in the Jesus versus Santa. I saw that at a party from somebody from LA played that. And that's how I first saw it, and it's completely offensive.
Yeah, because it starts with the boys singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," and suddenly Stan stops to tell Kyle he should sing Hanukkah songs instead, since Jews don't celebrate Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Wait a minute. What? Aren't you Jewish, Kyle? Yeah, I think so. Dude, Jewish people don't celebrate Christmas. What? You're supposed to sing Hanukkah songs. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I made you out of clay. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
That's a stupid song.
That's not going to convert anybody to Judaism.
And it
That is
doesn't
not
get
the
any
way
better.
to go.
That's a stupid song.
Later in the video, Jesus is angry with Kringle because, in his opinion, he diminishes the memory of Jesus' birth, and they fight in the style of Mortal Kombat.
I do
And then
recall
the
that.
second one is where the
Finish him.
what's the turd? What's the
Mr.
talking
Hanky,
Mr.
turd?
Hanky?
Christmas Poo.
Mr. Hanky's Christmas
Don't
Poo
ask
was
why I
the
know so well.
that was the
Christmas
second one that
Poo.
went around, but
He
they went
loves
around
me.
and it wasn't
He
really
loves you.
viral because it went around as videos. Now mine was the "Welcome to My Home," the parodies
Oh,
of Janice Dickinson.
Look at my vagine.
I've had to underline it.
look at the good you do.
Look at the good you do.
I just
And
tattooed this
brought-
cat this morning.
So I showed that to some people
Look
in
at this
Seattle,
carrot.
and the gay people in the room were laughing, and the straight people were like, "Oh, you think that's funny? You've got to watch this one." And they showed me the Charlie video, and I'm like, "Why is that funny?"
How do I get it?
And it just kept going
Right,
for
right.
like, oh my god. Bye, Drew.
Hanky the Christmas poo, small and brown, he comes from you. Sit on the toilet, here he comes, squeezing tween your festive buns. A present from down below, spreading joy with a howdy ho. Howdy ho! The love inside of you, 'cause he's a piece of poo.
I can't remember. Somebody from LA used to come into the bar and bring us like weird videos, and they played, and I saw both of those at BS West, and I was just, and it was one of those ones where everybody just ejected. I think Darren
Yeah.
was so offended he was like, "Well, we can't play that," and I'm like, "Can I have it? Is there
Can I
any-"
just keep it?
See, but I was incredibly high the first time I was introduced to
I've never been, so I don't understand how that works.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. I was entertained.
Oh my
To
god!
no end.
Look at the smile on my face. You
I
just,
know, look, you're already
you
there,
cannot get around it. Every part of that lyric is hysterical.
Oh my god.
All right, so we have one from Aaron. Hold on. I gotta get to Facebook
Was it
to
something
find
Star
it.
Trek? Oh.
Exactly. What's your favorite Star Trek character? Sorry, Aaron.
Stop it.
Kick the baby.
Uh,
I used to love that on South Park.
Kick the baby.
Kick the baby.
Kick the baby.
and then the Canadians all have the flappy jaws. When they're
Yes.
Canadian, their jaws flap. That always made
Blame
me laugh.
Canada with their wee little eyes
I-
and the flip flop little hands. Blame Canada.
With all their hockey hullabaloo and the damn and Murray too. I went on a date and saw that, and the guy I was on a date with
Never
was not
called you
really
again.
good with English. So he
was
sat there
Canadian?
baffled.
I don't know.
And I was laying across the street. I was laying across the seat, screaming and kicking my legs over what would Brian Boitano do.
Oh my God.
And here was this kid. This is when I knew I could
That
not
was
date younger.
hysterical.
I was almost shitting myself, and he was like, "What?" But in junior high, I dated a girl, and we saw Airplane, and I was the only person in the theater laughing.
Don't blame me for my son Stan. He saw the darn cartoon and now he's off to join the clan. And my boy Eric once had my picture on his shelf, but now when I see him, he tells me to fuck myself.
Remember Robin Williams did that? Was it the Academy
The
Awards?
Oscars, yeah.
The Oscars.
Because it got nominated for an Oscar to everyone's horror. But
Yeah.
again, the Oscar rules for what makes it an Academy, it follows the plot, it helps it along, and it goes with the characters. And it's absolutely perfect. All right, so this is a fun one from Aaron. What do you wish you didn't know?
That Santa wasn't real.
Spoiler alert! God damn it!
Damn it, if you're listening!
Just
Shit.
edit that out.
Or the Tooth Fairy. Fuck everything. No, truthfully, things like that. The simple things. I wish I didn't know the simple things.
Listeners will remember she liked high school.
By the way,
She's a simple girl.
Listeners from earlier in this very show.
Remember that time period when you were
No,
just full of
no
pimples
wonder
and
the Sarah
hormones and
Palin
elbows
jokes
and legs?
were so
hi, Mom. I'll be out in a minute. Everybody's making fun of me. I love you. Thanks for the ride.
Your mom is outside waiting to pick you up?
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Why isn't she in here?
Well, I don't know.
Because. Blame Canada.
All right.
She just let me know she was here. I don't know.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I liked high
Timothy.
school. Nothing wrong with that.
What's that?
What you wish you
What
didn't
you wish
know.
you didn't know?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either.
That scales worked.
The mic. You need to be up on the mic. There
Sorry.
you go. Oh, there you go.
I don't know. I
answer.
can't think of anything that I.
I can't either.
Hi.
That's a tough one.
That is. I think that's a tough one. What do you wish you didn't know?
Where babies come from.
Cabbage Patch.
Because it was your happy place till that day arrived?
Oh,
Yes.
traumatic.
Well, now that you know what it's really used for.
And then just yesterday, I saw a video about some weird kind of like robotic thing that was birthing a baby. I was like, oh.
What even means?
It was like the CPR dummy.
You're watching the wrong kind of porn. I just want to comment.
No, I know. I just, I stumbled upon it and I was like, oh, I'm kind of curious.
No, hold on.
Big mistake. Huge.
We're on camera.
Huh?
Shocking.
Address.
Okay, because I'm out of camera shot.
Okay,
Big-
I did it different.
Big red
All right.
truck.
Good work.
No, my big old red truck's in the driveway.
Yeah. just
Minivan.
look for my car in the driveway.
Her car, sure. All good indicators.
I love you. We're still in there. I love you. Bye.
It's good to have your geographically challenged mom driving at night trying to find your ass.
It's good thinking.
Jesus
Better
Christ.
than me driving home drunk.
Good
Well,
point.
Harrison writes in,
Uber
and
is
she's
also
glad
little.
she didn't know she was going to have to stop drinking because her life up to that point would have been ruined.
Oh, that would have been really sad.
And no, Aaron, you didn't answer. It was your question. All right, Timothy, you're on the spot.
Sorry about Aaron.
The-
Sorry about Santa.
The Bush family. I wish I didn't know the Bush family.
And that there's more and more
Judges.
Oh,
of
and
them.
Jeb keeps coming every.
We'll allow it.
We'll
Good
allow
answer.
it.
Thank you.
9-0.
Thank you.
9-0. Mhm. That's a good call, Tim.
Mr. McKee, what can we unlearn you?
I think
I think European words.
well, I think out of all the things that I've been through, when I found out some of the pain and challenges that my mom went through early in life that I was shielded from, I've learned that, and I wish that I didn't have to know that, but I do. But it's part of life. The other thing I wish that I didn't know is grandparents who I was very close to. Well, in particular my grandfather, because I didn't know as much about my grandmother. All of the hell he went through in health later in life. I wish I didn't know that. I wish I would have never known that he went through all that he went through. Okay. But that's really about it. I mean, everything else is just like, well, you got to know it. You got to know it to understand. And technically it's the same thing with the grandparent. You have to understand that that's part of what life is. But I wish I would have never known that he went through the hell that he went through in life before he died. Physically, just because of cancer is a bitch, and heart failure or congestive heart issues are not fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as far as that, no. I wish I didn't know a lot of things about how the fact that people are just shitty in life and will fuck you over on the turn of a dime, because I learned about that the hard way several years back.
There's really no other way to learn that.
You can't read that in the book
from specific people. Because not everybody's shitty.
No, I don't want to paint with a broad brush, but no, you're right. Specific people, and it's funny how they bait and switch you with they get you in there with the trust, and then they fuck you over. That I wish I didn't have to know, but I know it, and guess what? Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it again.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Alfie, what do you know?
I wish I didn't know that Jennifer Beals had a body double in Flashdance, because that seriously ruined my whole life. I thought she was the most talented woman alive. And
you were never the same after that.
I was not. I was changed.
He wasn't.
83 was a tough year for you too.
I'm not gonna lie. Fucking
because I watched on that movie and I thought
that she wasn't real.
Is just the best thing that's ever happened.
Can I just tell you that just ruined my whole Santa thing, because I didn't know that.
And you know what part 2 of that is?
No, I didn't know.
I couldn't watch Flashdance because I could spot not Flashdance. I couldn't watch Footloose because I could spot the fucking body double in every scene of that movie. I'm like, Kevin Bacon's not a gymnast.
Oh, I knew that. I didn't know that about Jennifer Beals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all body doubles.
I'm 40.
And then when you watch it, in the last scene, it's a completely different woman with a really bad wig, so you can't miss it. Like when it cuts to in the last scene where she does the "What a Feeling" dance, her audition.
Oh well, yeah, but not the.
No, every single part of that movie, it's a body double.
That's all I want.
She's really in 10 minutes of that movie. She takes her bra off and she walks a dog, and the rest is all some French lady.
Okay.
Why is she walking the dog topless though?
I can't believe you drank
These
that in.
Because it's hot.
And the worst part was, because it's Katie June.
The Badger song.
I really thought I had to dumb this down for you. Sorry, Katie. Okay, Katie, that's not what really happened. That's usually how all conversations with Katie went about anything that happened pre-2001.
Because she'd be like,
Katie, thanks for listening.
She'd be like, I gotta look this up. That's not real.
I do like that about her.
Oh my God!
I really did have to always be like, Katie, settle down. That's called sarcasm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an American idiom.
Oh, where's Katie?
American idiom.
Katie.
All right, good night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think
that's fantastic.
Are we
What's
done?
a Badger song though?
Are we not done?
What
are
is
we
this
doing?
Badger song?
Badger song.
Nero says, "I wish I had never known the Badger."
Wait, there's a
song.
link.
Oh, there you go.
If I had a badger.
Nope, I feel like that's not
I don't know what the Badger song is.
If you had a badger, we're not doing the show from here anymore. Oh, Nero provided it. Oh, and Nero, thanks for friending
What
me.
the gay?
What is? Hang on. Where's
I
that?
also agree that I never want to know the Badger song, Nero.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what's worse? What does the fox say?
Oh my God!
I agree. That was terrifying.
The first time I even heard of this song, my then 7-year-old stepchild comes home and is like singing, like he's just doing his homework and whatever. And this kid is not exactly musically inclined, so he's sitting at the table like coloring whatever the fuck he's coloring or whatever he's doing. And he starts like just kind of mumbling to himself, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this kid just starts screaming, and he goes, "What the fuck say? What the fuck say?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Similar to what you said.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But he's screaming it
Gotcha.
like he's in a metal band. I was like, "Shut it down! No fox
Not
in this
today,
house."
sexy.
Everybody I work with has kids, so we went between them singing "Let It Go" under their breath to "What Did the Fox Say" under their breath.
Duck
So it was
song.
always in my head.
Yeah, and then they taught
Well, I
the little
don't know
one
what
to
a
do the
duck
response,
song
which
is.
is the nee 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 nee, whatever that is. Yeah.
You're
It's
all
like Morse
dead.
code.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
Horrible.
Let's get out of this shit. Shall we?
Thank you, everybody, for putting up with all our
Thank you,
technical
guys.
difficulties.
Yeah, for everything.
Yeah, blame Cox Communications
Hey,
because
man, sorry we
And
weren't
Canada.
on.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Canada.
Except if you live in Canada,
If Richard or
No,
Steven are listening.
and my girlfriend
Yeah.
who lives in Canada.
Yeah. My girlfriend from the Niagara Falls area.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and Nan still doesn't know what the fuck's saying.
No,
All right,
nee,
kids.
nee, nee,
By
nee,
the way,
nee, nee,
Google
nee.
Nobody else does, and Nan. Nobody else.
We'd like to
does,
thank
honey.
everybody, all the ships
We
at
love
sea,
you.
everybody on the chat room. There's too many to mention. Thank y'all for being with us every week like you do because you got nothing else to do. Next week we'll be here with another Starfield show with just probably us talking about bullshit.
Happy birthday to Pascal.
Okay, Pascal.
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Pascal.
Until then, we'll leave you with, we will see you next Tuesday!
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah, that too.
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America.
Or to go after your dreams, it is New York City.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. You know what I mean?
Yo, what up? This is Yellow Wolf, Catfish, Billy, kicking on my homeboy DJ A-Trax. Holler at you, man. Barbara Streisand. So rough, baby, 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 baby. So rough, Barbara, 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 Barbara.